Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a sensational Saturday night. It's going to be a good one here at the Wrestling for Life Network, folks. Me and that pretty face over there are going to get into all the action, all the reaction to both AEW Collision and MLW Kings of the Colosseum. It's going to be a fun night tonight, a stacked night, lots going on, lots to talk about, lots to get into. So make sure you grab your snacks, your feel good, put a smile on your face. Let's go. Ding, ding, folks. We are back and live and at it again. It's going to be a good one. I hope everyone out there is having a happy, healthy, and safe weekend. Everyone's feeling good, doing well, and ready for some more wrestling to get put on tap. It's going to be a fun one. Like I said, doubleheader Saturday tonight, AEW Collision, MLW Kings of the Colosseum, the return of Matt Riddle. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the return of Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and yes, Saturday night's all right for a fight. So much so, we got two shows. And are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? It's going to be a good one, Nick. Of course, you and I were talking before we went live. House of Black will be in action. Often talked about how they've been utilized in AEW. So we are looking forward to this one. This, like you said, potentially could be one of those matches we talked about months from now, going up against FTR.
Oh, I think 100% if both of these teams deliver like they could, should, and I hopefully would, this could be a match of the year candidate, because we obviously know FTR, super talented, top tag team year in and year out consistently. House of Black, unfortunately, hasn't been on the TV that much outside of Julia Hart, especially one Malachi Black. So it'll be very interesting if he shows up and shows out, because that's what the show's about. Because everybody's talking about how he won't do a job, I guess.
Yeah, lots of rumors. There's been discussion about, certain wrestlers being reluctant to take jobs. My theory has been that, I don't know if it's they're not willing to take jobs. I think they want, make it understand. Show your work. What do you got? What do you got? And when questioned, I think certain people get frazzled and just feel like they won't do the job. I think they're professionals, but they're talented, and they need to be booked as badasses, which they have not been.
Absolutely. You got to actually look out for your own character. Make sure you don't end up, unfortunately, like a Wardlow, respectfully, a powerhouse Hobbs, if you just start taking L's and eventually those kind of catch up with you.
Yeah, I mean, Brody Lee had a good presence in the Continental Classic. I said lead, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Brody King had a good presence in the Continental Classic, though he, goes under in a couple spots where he probably shouldn't have gone under. Didn't make the finals. I think you had an opportunity. He didn't have to win it, but if he would have got close, just being like this destroyer that nobody could beat, but he looks just like an average guy, yet he's a mountain of a man.
Facts. Speaking of mountains of things, we'll just say shout out to the comments and everything like that. Shout out to the chat. I see even some new names still of first name John. We got Casey back. We got JJ back. We got Steven. We got Nathan. We got Sophie. We got, the Swimmy, Schwammy, like you used to say.
Swimmy, Swami, Swanson, Samson.
Right.
Samsonite. I was way off. What's up, Chambers? How you doing? I saw Greg, Damien kicking around as well. Hope you're doing wonderful. Jesus is back in the house.
Jesus.
Jesus bread.
Right. That's how you know we're blessed. We got Jesus even showing up in the chat. He is risen and he is in our chat.
I see a question about New Japan Battle of the Valley. I'll let everyone who's here right now know Nick and I will be live. I believe Anthony might actually join us next Saturday.
I hope it's an Impact show.
What's that?
I just said I hope it's an Impact show. I hope.
Okay. I think that's your inner voice out loud. But yes, he should be here as well. We're looking forward. We're going to have TNA Hard to Kill, the return of TNA Wrestling. So that show is stacked. Lots of surprises expected. Scott D'Amore is teasing us with a lot more. And then just about when that's wrapping up, we're going to jump into New Japan Battle in the Valley. So again, another doubleheader Saturday coming your way. It should be a fun one. It's going to be stacked, and we hope all of you out there are with us for that one.
We're going to get Alex Hammerstone versus Josh Alexander, and then follow that up and bookend it with Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah, and we also have, I believe, I'm correct
Riddle's
me
in
if
a
I'm wrong,
tag match, I believe.
Riddle with a mystery partner against Zack Sabre Jr. and big, what's his face? Bad Boy.
There you go, big boy. Big old, what's his name?
Beefy, one of them.
There you go.
So yes, 10 p.m. Saturday start time next week. TJ's in the house with us. Nathan, good to see ya. Ronnie. What else? Gave you a like. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Everybody give us a like. We want to hit triple digits on the likes and the live chats. So go find some friends. Get them in here. First name, John. Yo, what's up?
Now I'm questioning what his last name is. If he's putting out there publicly what his first name is.
Right? Last name, mystery.
Last name, Doe.
How you doing, Sophie? Tyler Bate, finally on the main roster. It should have happened 2 years ago. I don't know if I totally agree with that. Why was he still in NXT? Because it's placement, right? Like, if he would have came up 2 years ago, he'd be Mustafa Ali right now. He'd be off in the Indies making bookings.
Or be an Impact like Trent Seven.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
Right. JJ saying, I'm with you guys every show. Sophie shouting us out saying, come on, grow this channel. We've grown crazy just since literally in a week. We've gone from 3.23 to 3.33, 34, something or other subscribers.
Yeah, it's growing exponentially, folks. And we're not even, this channel turns 2 years old March. So we're looking forward to that. That should be fun. And we're going to celebrate all of that week. And yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're growing super fast right now.
We're still just a baby.
Right. Dun, dun, dun. Any debuts on AEW tonight? I don't think anything's really expected. I know we're going to hear from Copeland. Any debuts, though? I don't know.
Well, like a return. Well, like I think I was talking to Tony earlier about maybe Deeb comes back tonight.
Yes.
They obviously did the video package for her and everything. I don't think we get if we're going to get Mercedes Moné, if we're going to talk about that again, and she does go to AEW, it's going to happen on a Wednesday, especially their anniversary Wednesday, than it is a Collision.
Yeah, maybe fair enough. Especially, was it on Wednesday this week? They're going to do the go home show, essentially, where they go back to Daly's place.
Where it all started. There, like I said, on Thursday, they're hitting the reset button with AEW, it feels. MJF's out of the picture, could be out of the picture for a year. They're hitting the reset, and now the new crop's got to rise up here.
All right, I'll fight you for that, Chambers. Just saying. What's up, Shownuff?
Shownuff? Yeah, no, we don't need to click that one.
No, I didn't mean to click that one. Son of a bitch. Woo Wings. That's what we were saying before we got him on.
Right.
What's up, Bonkers? How you doing?
Like Anchorman when he's sitting there warming up his voice and everything. How now, brown cow? We just go woo wings.
Right. With you guys, every show saw that one, right?
Right.
I'm chilling watching y'all. I'm also watching the shows myself. LOL. And yes, I stay medicated. Much love. No, we appreciate that, JJ. And that's how you should do it. We're here all week long. So come join us. We got lots for you.
And I'm glad you're staying healthy with taking your vitamins as well, sir.
It's very important.
Right. Boston's agreeing with money. Where was Sophie out here saying, make this channel go to 5,000? Let's see if we can hit 5,000 just tonight. Come on, keep telling people.
Let's go.
Right. We're
getting there.
Well, and also, since we are also watching MLW, we do have also, you talked about it a bit in the intro and everything, we have the dream match between Matt Riddle and Jacob Fatu.
Yes, I mean, this is a big deal, and it's a little ironic that Riddle kind of gets taken out of the WWE by the Samoan Dynasty and re-enters wrestling against the Samoan Dynasty. So, yeah, strap in, strap on for this one, folks. Riddle can go. I know he's had a lot of problems outside the ring, but when you put him in the ring, he can go. Two guys with bare feet going to go toe-to-toe.
Literally, no, I guess pun intended.
Right?
But, yeah, I saw somebody say this the other day. Was there rumors going around that Matt Riddle was supposed to or projected to win the 2022 Royal Rumble, and then all that craziness happened?
I saw reports come out about this, and we've been here live. I've been covering live wrestling for a hot minute. I don't remember at the time anybody talking about Riddle winning the 2022 Royal Rumble. Maybe I just missed it, but I didn't think that was a thing. Now, maybe I'm wrong.
No,
but
fair enough, because I was right there with you. I'm surprised, but granted, he is still super talented, even if he can't or has a hard time getting on planes. But him versus Jacob Fatu, I think it's two guys that could literally respectfully beat the sugar honey iced tea out of you and are going to be going at it against each other. Like Jacob Fatu is still that type of guy, a little bit of that Bruiser Brody edge of like, this could turn in real freaking quick, my guy.
Yeah, and I mean, it's funny because the last time I saw Jacob wrestle, it was Masha, and those two beat the shit out of each other, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm all for this. It's going to be a fun one as far as the matchup goes. There's other matches on the card that look highly entertaining. So we haven't covered MLW in a hot minute, so we're looking forward to this one tonight. So yeah, we should be locked and loaded for 2 shows. We're going to do our best to keep you guys not confused by what's happening where.
Facts. Well, we'll probably still mainly focus on Collision, depending on it depends on which show is going to catch.
We'll go match to match, right?
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Right. Raheem, what up? We got Ricky, what up?
Ricky.
Sup, family? Where were MD Riddle got? Oh, I shouldn't have clicked on that one. We're now 1-1 on those.
That's just Riddle got diddled in my
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, now with a fiddle. I got 2 minutes until Kings of the Colosseum. I got a minute 53. And I got R2-D2 dancing with Ewoks on Return of the Jedi.
There we go. Lots going on. Get in this chat. And like we said, folks, if you ever want to do us a favor, do us a solid, take our link, drop it wherever you see people talking about wrestling. We want to grow. We want to keep going. And it's been nothing but a ball having everybody in the chat over the last couple of weeks, watching this balloon up a little. We're not even begun to get started. So let's go.
Be a friend. Tell a friend. Absolutely. It's free. It costs you nothing, but it means the world to us. And again, though, we do have the super chats, the super stickers, as both shows are about to kick off here, the memberships as well. You want to make sure you stand out, you show up and show out and everything and help support the channel, because the chat does get fairly heavy, as you've seen already.
Right. Does MLW have a TV deal? Not that I'm aware of. They're still doing on streaming. And again, their weekly show's a little wonky sometimes. Like sometimes I feel like it's one match.
Yeah, well, and then there are also taped a bit and everything. They've been of like impact of at times they'll kind of tape a bunch of things in succession.
MLW
yes, they're on Fight on Triller. Sorry.
Yeah, MLW was airing like matches that they had filmed 3 and 4 months prior. To me, that's too much.
Yeah, well, let's not forget Impact's been in there a bit time before, where somebody gets injured and then they still proceed to show up on tapings.
We're going live, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I got the Kings kicking off as we speak, and I got Collision kicking off also as we speak.
Right. Yes, I got 9 seconds on Kings of the Colosseum, and I've got the
8, 7,
little
6, 5.
Highlight video as the credits roll for Collision.
There we go. Sophie, do you think we've gotten Riddle, Orton match and a feud leading? Yes, 100%. We were still to this day, it was unfortunate. We were waiting for the turn. Who's this? Oh, Bet Online. We get a commercial to start MLW.
Right.
I was like, who?
They got their own exclusive betting app, I guess. We just do it with commercials.
There you go.
As I'm getting the video package for Collision right now, I got Beretta, OC, Joe, The Acclaimed, Daniel Garcia on my visuals.
I got Pyro.
All right, so you're going to be ahead of me.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Damn it, AEW.
I got Copeland. You already on Pyro.
I told you, ever since Canada bumped Collision and Rampage off of regular TV onto the app in Canada, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, fair enough. So then I'll take the audio on MLW if you got the audio for Collision.
There you go. And we are kicking off Collision with the Nature Boy.
I was going to say, as you say that, I got the Nature Boy in the crowd right now.
Woo Wings.
Woo Wings indeed, folks. As I've got Wasted Youth coming out right now on MLW.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, now
woo! Here we go, Nature Boy.
Wasted Youth coming out with the Mighty Ducks jerseys on.
Ducks.
Quack, 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 quack. Where's Booker T? Shucky Ducky, quack, quack.
Right? Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth.
Right.
So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys do want to give predictions on anything going on tonight on either show, we are all ears. Like Nick said, we got Wasted Youth on one screen, and I got Sting coming out now with Darby to greet Ric Flair.
Yeah, okay. So my other option is a bit faster. So yeah, I've got Sting and Darby coming out the ramp right now.
Nice.
So you there?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Awesome.
Canada getting Money in the Bank. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. It should be a good one too. A whole weekend down in the heart of Toronto. I still got Elton John in your hearts.
In your minds.
In your minds. What's up, Derek the Devastator? Happy Saturday. How you doing? Ric Flair just flirted with my girlfriend, and we're 4 states away from him.
What?
I like that. By the way, we got a chair shot.
Already?
Why do we got to start? They're fighting a job team, and then it starts with a fucking chair shot. There you go.
Yeah, I just got the chair shot.
Big chops from Sting and Flair. Match has not officially started yet, and the Workhorsemen will take on Sting and Darby. As Sting, with his his retirement tour, has been a little puttery.
Yeah, it's been burdened. I feel like he had to be in the Jericho 8-man tag match, and now he's out here with the Workhorsemen. Like, really, this is what we're doing with Sting. This is the best we got for this man on his way out.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I like Randolph here. We got a with Gangrel coming out.
Right, the Gangrel surprise tonight. Maybe Randolph.
He's the only one that can fix Edge and Christian.
What's that?
I said he's the only one that can fix Edge and Christian.
Yeah, he's got to save them, bring them back together.
Right.
They got to bond over some blood. They need Moxley.
Let's go.
TJ Crawford.
Yeah, we got Tony Depp and TJ Crawford and Griffin McCoy taking on Alex Price and Wasted Youth.
Yes. Now, after a whole bunch of shit happened outside the ring, we finally get the ding ding, and the Workhorsemen are in control. So if you guys have a prediction on this match, why is it Sting and Darby? Or why isn't it Sting and Darby?
Oh, right, yeah. Why? Well, I think that's the question. Like, that's the intrusive thoughts you said earlier there of coming out loud of why are they in this match? Not why are you not picking them?
Like, if you said, okay, Sting's got 8 matches left in his career, name 8 opponents he should face on the way out. I don't know if the Workhorsemen make the list, my friend.
Respectfully, but yeah, they're sniffing the top 100.
Right. Sting's so old, the chair didn't even phase him. He didn't feel it.
If anything, it probably helped fix some shit. You needed to get a good fucking whacking pause.
Darby Allin Sting for the win makes sense. Rock and Jey Uso versus Jimmy and Solo at Mania. Woo! I don't know. I want Jimmy versus Dre. Jimmy versus Jay straight up.
Jimmy versus Dre going back to back. But yeah, no, I've seen that thrown about of we get Rock versus Roman at Elimination Chamber, then we get Cody or Roman wins because of the bloodline, Jimmy and Solo. Then we get Cody versus Roman at Mania, and then we get also The Rock and Jay versus Jimmy and Solo at Mania.
I mean, it would be a little interesting to have, if you're going to have Rock at Mania, you would assume it was going to be Rock versus Roman at Mania. But
yeah,
you already had it. Yeah, it's weird.
Like, he's right there. Like, you could have just done that,
Unfortunately, picking Darby and Sting for the win. Why unfortunate?
I was going to say, I'm almost doing a double take here. Is man's out here from the Workhorseman, the guy who played fucking Harley Race in the Iron Claw, because he's kind of looking like it.
Right, JD Drake.
Just give this man a wig and he's, Harley Race.
You can't bet against a pillar money. Well, if you bet for a pillar on Wednesday, you would have been wrong.
You can't bet on a pillar, I feel.
Right? Well, they're definitely winning this match. The fact that it's not over yet is upsetting. I think both of their contracts finished with MLW this year. Where do you guys think that Jacob Fatu and Alex Hammerstone? Well, Alex Hammerstone's been granted a release. He's got to work through it, but they are going to let him leave.
Yeah, we already know he's going to be in Impact next week. Weekend.
He's taking on Josh Alexander at Hard to Kill. So, yeah, I could see Hammerstone fitting great with Impact. He has history with MJF, so maybe that plays a role in this. I don't know.
Hammerstone versus Moose.
Down. Let's go. And our buddy Anthony has said that Moose is going to carry this company into the next generation. So
I think he has been, especially him and Macklin have been fantastic. Josh Alexander, like they have a crop of top guys there that have really.
Oh, we got to win.
Yeah, the Woo Wings win.
The Woo Wings for the W.
Too many W's. Too many W's. Actually, too many O's.
The Workhorsemen look like the men who leave the bar without scoring a single number. But spent a lot of money on drinks.
Right.
Meltzer ratings are out. Jericho 4-something stars. For what? For the 8-man tag? Or like, do you get 4 stars just for being booed so well?
Yeah, he took the booze in stride.
That's fucked. If Meltzer gave that any more than 2 stars, he should be shot in the foot.
Stop acknowledging these man's ratings, I feel, at this point. So we're getting it for AEW Homecoming is what they're calling it next week. We're getting Takeshita and Hobbs versus Sting and Darby Allin. Why didn't we have that tonight?
Because the Workhorsemen needed to get in there.
Yeah, everyone was just clamoring, waited with bated breath. When is the next Workhorseman match we were going to have?
As Flair takes a picture with the guy from the Iron Claw.
Yeah, seriously, I feel like that guy probably right now that he's taking a picture with got a better Ric Flair impression than the guy in the Iron Claw.
Right. Jimmy versus Jay. It seems like they dropped that storyline and feud. I don't know if they dropped it as much as they paused, right? Like, again, with long-term storytelling, you kind of venture off. So, what?
I was just saying we've still got till April.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tapered off. They're on different shows. They don't interact. But it takes one moment to bring it all back together, right? They get in the Rumble, and they both end up fighting with each other. That could lead to more rivalry. Again, yes, it definitely on the back burner right now. Not a thing, but it doesn't mean we can't light that fire.
Something that emotional and that emotionally charged that will get you all up in your feels. Pause. Mm-hmm. You can't run that for 4-5 months or whatever up until April. You save that for like the last month, maybe month and a half, at most 2 months, and that's even, I think, greatly pushing it. Maybe I
want like a I love you super kick.
That if we had to predict right now, I'd say that's Jay doing that to Jimmy.
Yep, I'm with you.
Respectfully,
Trent Beretta coming out to take on Eddie Kingston for his newly, global championship or Continental, Global, a whole bunch of belts.
Yeah, right. All the acronyms outside of Universe Championship.
What's happening? What's up, Juan? How you doing? Team Wasted Youth for the win. There you go. Someone made a prediction on this one.
There you go.
I missed the first 7 minutes of Collision, and I'm glad I did.
You didn't miss much, we'll say that. How do you feel, because you've been here every Wednesday, that Trent's, I guess, kind of doing a bit more of this heel turnish, moving away from the best friends, getting this wonderful thing called a personality?
When they shaved his head in the beginning 2 years ago, and I've been screaming for 2 years, just make the man a heel. He doesn't fit in the group. He looks like the older guy that's hanging out, like the older brother who's back from college.
Drunk uncle that's still stuck over from the holidays.
I like Trent Beretta. I think he's a hell of a worker, but he has no personality. He was just a background guy with Chucky, and they don't really do much. You don't have a tag team division right now that we can speak of. So, yeah, I mean, Trent getting out on his own, getting a singles match. if he could stay the fuck away from the best friends and Danhausen. Danhausen showed up last week. I don't want him to show up this week. Just get him away from all that. Let him be a serious dude.
Speaking of serious dudes, I got Eddie Kingston coming out right now, and goddamn, do I love seeing this man come out with 3 championships. I love belt collector Eddie Kingston at this point. I know they're all technically still also the same belt, but goddamn it, if he doesn't have multiples of them.
Why does he have Oopa Loopa hair? Oh, that's funny. I could picking Kingston for the win. Yeah, Eddie's got to win this one. I like Trent, but go Eddie.
Well, and Eddie's got to be the babyface here, so Trent's going to work the heel regardless. You can't have both men work babyface in this match.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but it's AEW where the sides don't matter.
There's a lot of things that don't matter in AEW, and unfortunately, that list is too long for even Chris Jericho to read.
Right. So KJ talking about himself.
I don't know what you said.
Context is king, but I'll do what I want.
It's my show, damn it, and I'll do what I want.
KJ, just not a big Darby fan. I like Darby a lot. I don't know who thinks I'm not a Darby fan. I think Darby's
he's
great.
Not one.
Oh, sorry, KJ. I thought because I cut
off.
All right, you're not a Darby fan. That's fair. I like Darby. See, to me, he's kind of put in the wrong positions, but I like Darby, and I think Darby should and probably would retire Sting.
That's still been talked about quite a bit. Brandon, it's held off a bit, that conversation of Sting's last match, because it's all the way still in March. But I think we've both been singing Darby's praises ever since the 4 Pillars match, and that it really should have just been on MJF versus Darby in that match.
Yeah, no, 100%. That would have
because that's when Darby was actually getting some heat, was actually getting better on the mic, and he wasn't. So we weren't talking more about him climbing Mount Everest than we were his in-ring action.
Isn't he supposed to be doing that, by the way? I thought he was like taking time off in December to do that. Did he put it on hold to say goodbye to Sting?
Maybe he was training. I don't know. I don't know who wants to do that to begin with, so I don't want to keep up to date with that.
Right. Nick, whatever I do, I want. Larry, all right.
You can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
I love when I say something and someone's like, yeah, Nick.
It's coming at me. We are the same person, you know.
What's up, Jake? How you doing? Welcome. Jake Hudson. I like it.
Yeah. He just said he liked and shared. Sorry.
No, I like that.
Still the best, second best Kingston, but Eddie is a straight up dog.
Oh, the second best Kingston in wrestling.
Maybe I just got a thing for Kingstons here, because trust me, that my wife still has a hilarious story from when she was watching the WrestleMania with me, where Kofi won the belt, and I almost she was almost gonna have to take me to the hospital because I was doing like the slide and everything. It almost went straight into my door frame.
Elizabeth.
No, it would have been comatose. Man slid a little too hard and aggressive in there.
Right. Chavo said that the people that made the Iron Claw might make a movie about Guerreros. They should. And he's nominated for an independent movie award for the stunt coordination. So good for him. Congrats, Chavo.
Well, and even then, I think we talked about it the other night of how the fact that this movie's doing well means that we could hopefully get more stories like it told, and especially about pro wrestling. And it's not like Ready to Rumble, the terrible DC WCW movie, to where they're pretty much just shitting on wrestling fans the entire movie.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And on a quick side note, there you go. We got to win.
Yes, Shucky Ducky Quack Quack Wasted Youth picks up the victory. They were flying in V formation, folks.
Right. Ooh, Alex Kane versus Richard Holiday next. That's going to be a banger, folks.
Absolutely, and shout out to the Boomaya Nation. We had Jay Bougie on the channel and everything, so go and check that interview out as well.
Yeah.
I think he's actually on the House of Glory show tonight, which we got too many streaming services, too many tabs up open as it is. We couldn't fit everything in. But yeah, shout out him. Shout out Alex Kane. I know he's been doing some local dates by me actually with the company that Mike Hollow and Jules that we've had on the channel are involved in.
Friends of the channel. Yeah, go check out that Jay Bougie interview. That was a fun one. He's a great guy. Mr. PWI, and he made a big jump this year, which he predicted. So looking forward to next year.
Yeah, the man's is the definition of manifest, and talk about that shit, be about it.
Right.
As I've got Eddie trying to suplex Brett on the outside, as they're attempting to interview Alex Kane backstage. Sorry?
No, go.
No, I like John's comment here of definitely an Anawahi movie coming out. Well, they tried a miniseries and it's called Young Rock, and it just has
did go so well.
Right. Go so well. Oh, Beretta's busted open.
Yes, he is. As I go to picture in picture, yeah, we got juice. Oh, yeah.
Right across the bridge of the nose, too.
There you go.
Now I got picture in picture, so we're as close as we're going to be.
Yeah, just a couple seconds.
Yeah. Don't hate me, but I like Ready to Rumble. Yeah, I said it.
I like it for what it is.
It's one of those, it's to me like the Room a bit of it's so bad, it's just entertaining.
Yeah.
You still quote the I will rule you stuff. But as far as really putting a shining spotlight, and think about it, the Iron Claw is going to be up there for all of the awards in this award season that's coming up, and actually be a legitimate, taken serious movie. Ready to Rumble was not that.
Yeah, no, and again, it is what it is. It's Dumb and Dumber wrestling style. And again, the wrestling movies generally haven't been the most serious or dramatic outside of The Wrestler. But we would get like No Holds Bar, which is near and dear to my heart as a child. But and then there wasn't much. There wasn't many like wrestling based movies.
So when you watch Friday, were you like, that's Zeus?
Yeah, he was always Zeus. Like they're like, oh, Debo, and I'm like, no, that's Zeus, motherfuckers.
He whooped Hulk Hogan's ass. I'm damn sure
Rod.
He's definitely gonna whoop fucking Ice Cube's ass.
Right. Every time I see him, even now, I recently saw him. What movie did I watch? I watched one of the stupid movies. And he was in it, and I'm like, Zeus. Oh, he's in Batman.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah. So I see him, I'm like, instantly it's Zeus. It's always Zeus.
I see, to me, it's Debo. 100%. He's always Debo. You better run that chain, Batman.
Right. Him with his fucking Z's in the side of his head and his one wandering eye. So he was scary but confusing at the same time.
Right. Well, I feel like you're gonna whoop my ass just because I don't know which eye to look at, sir. It's like talking to Sean. I don't know which way to look, so I don't want to offend you.
Yeah, you super kicked me, bro. Well, I got the eye thing, right?
Right.
Damn, Trent Beretta's nose got fucked up. Sorry for my language. That's all right. Just, settle down a little, Christopher. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Beretta's
adult.
Bad. We got a gusher. Wait, is that Trent's mom?
Sue?
Yeah, I think Sue's in the front row. She's concerned.
Oh no, that's actually Trent's mom. That's not Sue.
That's right.
She would have been showing up in the minivan. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's Trent's mom.
I was gonna say, yeah.
We got a lady on a bicycle on MLW.
Super Miso. And I know where everyone's gonna go following up with what Miso something.
I'm thinking
intrusive, like thinking inside your head. Don't put it in the chat.
Don't put it in the chat. We get it. Grow up.
Right. Bicycle.
What's wrong with soup?
I thought that too, actually.
Right?
I wouldn't have.
Vitamins instantly went to food.
No, you're fine. When I saw the thing about the bike, I just thought of fucking Kota Ibushi coming down and just like hata, just smacking people nonchalantly with a weapon in that Cry No More Sega tie-in match that they had in AEW.
Both men exchanging forearms, but she's got a bicycle. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Gusher and Trent's mom in the same sentence. JV.
Pause.
Zeus died back in 2020. He was 62. Yeah. T's and P's.
Well, hey, Zeus, bring him back. God damn it. You got the powers. Do it.
Big Nick is a lot better than Kevin Patrick.
I would hope so. That's not a hard ball to get over. I think I do more doing that to get it, to tie my shoes a step higher to do that than get over that Kevin Patrick bar here.
Hey.
Oh, we got Ricardo
in the house. This is a good
Alberto. Oh, no.
We're getting a women's title right now. Yes, we are.
Yes. We are getting the MLW World Featherweight Championship of Janae Kai, presented by Selena De La Renta, versus Hyper Misao. There's an AO at the end, so I guess Misao from TJPW.
Dun, dun, dun. As Trent goes up to the top, catches a right from Eddie, and some more chops. This is a better match than Moxley and Eddie Kingston was. Prove me wrong.
Valid. No, I don't agree with that. I mean, we talked about it when we were here on stream, and I'm one of the biggest Eddie Kingston fans I know, and I know me. So,
his match before and his match after winning the belts were better.
Well, you can even go back and watch when we were here for that match, his match with Moxley, and then the match where he was with Danielson. We both were way more into his match with Danielson than we were for any minute of his match with Moxley.
Yep. Now, with Janae Kai coming to the ring in MLW, this is a lady I've been watching for quite a while, Nick. I wonder if one of the other companies try and get their hands on someone like her. She's big, she's imposing, she's got a look, she's got already built-in gimmick, and she lives it. Like, I think she's excellent.
But where would you see her going? Because I know, especially because of being from New York and everything, she does a lot of stuff in the New York scene and everything. I don't know. Impact to me is where the company that she would go. I could see her go out of the three. I don't know if she'd go to WWE. She'd starting off in NXT, which some people talking about Julia starting off in NXT or Camille starting off in NXT. Piss off with that.
You don't think so? I think Camille's 100%.
No. I'm saying the people that are upset about the fact that they're starting off there, like how Jade might start off in NXT.
Yeah.
No, I like that because you've still got to, and unlike Tony, you don't expect that everybody knows their fucking back history.
Yep.
You build them up. But yeah, maybe AEW. I don't know. Where do you think she ends up if she was to go to?
I really like the idea of the knockouts division. I think she could do good work there. I think AEW, wouldn't hurt by having her. I don't know. They'd have to use her accordingly. Again, could she land in an NXT and get kind of refined and ready for like a main roster at some point? Maybe. I think she's really talented.
Respectfully, and I hate to publicly agree with John Moxley, but he mentioned about Marina Shafir going over to Japan and doing some dates over there and how that might work out. I think she would work out perfectly too. Kai over here. If she did some dates over in Japan of that kind of actual strong style, more shoot boxing or shoot fighting.
Yeah.
Like get her on a blood sport, please, if she hasn't been already.
They must be real cool to have your mother there every night. There's a lot of moms in AEW, a lot of moms, a lot of like, it's a thing. Like, I think we could back off all the moms showing up.
It's like a local bar. You just got nothing but random fucking people's moms just open up to show up and everything. All these,
walking around the bar looking for a lonely
mom. Yeah, Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on.
It is a weird, like, I mean, I get it. Sue's a little gimmicky here, and I can live with that.
This ain't Sue though.
But Nick Wayne's like trying to become a man. He's a rookie in this company, And his mom drives him to work every night. Like, fuck.
I packed your lunch, sweetie.
Right? It's like he gets out of the car and he's on the way in. She's like, don't do drugs. You're like, oh, mom.
As we're still going here with
It's
Eddie
amazing. This has been a great match.
And like you said, we talked about with Trent actually having this independent personality outside of we're just the best friends that we wear tie-dye jumpers together and we hug each other, and you know, Chucky's mom picks us up in her minivan and all that.
It reminds me of the Goonies, and he's the older brother that doesn't quite fit with the rest of them, but he's going along because the girl's there. Like that's
how you doing, Stat?
Oh, there it is. 2-2-2. Oh my god. Listen, this is a fucking excellent match.
Snapdragon suplex, spinning back fist.
The crowd is going banana sandwich.
Oh,
straps down.
Out suplex. Two count.
Brain busters. And
the
it's
straps are off.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Angle firing up right now.
Yeah. And still.
Oh, now I got the brainbuster suplex. Uno, dos, tres.
A great match.
Fantastic match, honestly.
Great match. Like that's how you start a show.
Yeah. That was the Sting Workhorseman match just supposed to be, you know, the dark match. And
I forgot about that running.
thing.
I'm like, that's a way to start a show because everything that happened before it, I forgot about.
Like I said, that was the dark match that they weren't supposed to have the cameras rolling.
Sue with the thumbs up.
This 100, that's not Sue.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
I know.
That's not Sue.
They call her Mom Beretta as so. Bicycle lady, I think she either won or she's about to use it as a weapon.
Yeah, no, her makeshift cardboard button.
She can't pedal it.
No, because she got this homemade bike contraption is the shit.
Bro, she's literally doing the fucking the Bushi spot.
Yeah.
That's the weakest ass clothesline. Oh, respectfully. No bueno. No mas.
Yo, Willow cutting a hot promo.
Bro, Statlander's out here with a lizard on her shoulder.
Holy fucking shit, that's a lizard.
She's got a lizard.
It moved. I was like, what the fuck?
Right. It's not a prop. It's not a gimmick.
We got wrestlers with their moms. We got wrestlers with pets. Put a leash on that thing.
Right. Has that thing had its shots?
I thought it was part of her shirt.
It's going down her like back.
Yeah. I thought it was part of her shirt, then it moved.
Shivani, I feel like Shivani is keeping a close fucking eye on where this thing goes.
Shivani just... What is that?
I'm not about to get fucking play Crocodile Hunter out here.
I'll show you a bearded dragon.
Boss.
No,
it's a plausible name. That's why we didn't say it.
Dude, it was... Honestly, it was like, holy shit, her shirt just moved. I thought I was really high.
The first thing I saw, I'm like, what are you, fucking Captain Jack Sparrow out here with a fucking parrot on your shoulder? Got a goddamn lizard out there.
Jeez. Wait, someone has shown up here on MLW causing a problem. Selena, miso spray paint.
We were gonna, or mist. We were gonna get cocaine getting thrown as she got maced in the face.
Right. Like Statlander shows up to TV, like, hey, can I go out there with my lizard? Like, what? Okay.
Statlander exotic out there. Just Tony's in the back. Just I'm never gonna. If he bites Shivani, I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
Oh, that was the best shit. What the fuck is going on?
Headlines tomorrow for Ringside News. Chris Statlander appears live on TV with a bearded dragon.
Right. Yeah, folks, we are in commercial on Collision, and I think Kai just won this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with JV. I thought her shirt was moving. You were like
It's not a
lizard.
chameleon. It was pretty goddamn obvious.
No, I thought it was, but I thought it was part of her shirt until its head moved.
Maybe that's because I was on the delay. I was like, no, that's a goddamn lizard.
Oh, there's bearded dragons are some of the most interactive lizards in the world. They are dubbed the dog. I thought that was Big Dog.
Oh, whoa. That took an angle I didn't expect to take. But
nothing but love.
Folks, this is why you need to be a member. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button, because not only are we out here talking wrestling, apparently we're talking lizards and everything else too.
Talking
we
shit on the daily.
Are the wrestling buddies you can't get in your real life.
Right. And still MLW featherweight champion, Janae Kai. Nick Wayne versus Trent for the inaugural AEW Carpool Championship. Yeah, they should only have street fights in the parking lot. They can bring Jack Perry and his mom, because she's been on the show. Bring who other moms have we had?
No, we're gonna get Nick Wayne's mom. Sorry, I can't remember her actual first name, and Sue, just as a tag team called the Karens.
The Caravans. Canyonero. That tan iguana was to keep Callis and Jared away. Oh my Woo. I got Hook. Hook's been cutting more promos lately. How do we feel about it, folks? We've been getting a lot more. 1-0 lead. Thank you, Ronnie. I'm out of screens. I don't know what's going on in Toronto. So some people are saying it was a bearded dragon. Others are saying it was an iguana.
That was not an iguana.
No, I don't think it was an iguana. That lizard was a paid actor. I want the lizard is all elite. Let's go.
So we're gonna main event of the next year's Wembley show is going to be Statlander's Lizard versus Larry
versus Luchasaurus.
Oh God, who's the real dinosaur in AEW?
Commander. How does Brian Keith end up tagging with Commander? Anyway, Brian Keith and Commander up next.
How long till we get Brian Keith is all elite?
I'm shocked we haven't got it yet. What more does he need to do to be officially a part of the company?
I would have loved for this man to show up respectfully, even in like an NXT.
Fair enough.
Cause I think he's super talented. I worry that he's gonna just get stuck in this like under mid-card division.
Mm-hmm. As United, I keep wanting to call them the United Kingdom, my friend. The Undisputed Kingdom defending their Ring of Honor titles against the Bounty Hunter and the Rope Runner.
Am I the only one that kind of feels like their music here is still just a knock on, like a Jimmy Hart version of their Undisputed Era music, just with a little bit of static in the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for like the do. As we see, Roddy no longer needs a wheelchair or a neck brace, so that was never paid off. We never knew why he faked an injury for fucking 7 years.
Why did him joining the faction or coming clean with the faction mean he doesn't need a neck brace anymore?
I will heal you. Adam Cole just smacked him.
Adam Cole just fucking
and just, you have been healed.
Benny Hindem.
Right.
No wonder he got out of the wheelchair. He's beating up people over here.
Right. That fucking smacking motherfuckers out here.
How to Train Your Bearded Dragon. Pause. That's a pause.
That's a triple pause.
All right.
As we're getting a MLW World Tag Team title fight as well. We're getting the One Called Manners and Matthew Justice, aka the Second Gear Crew, taking on Tom Lawler and John Bishop right now.
Yeah, we got action everywhere, folks. Do not go anywhere. We got the return of Matt Riddle coming up still tonight. We got House of Black taking on FTR as well. So lots coming your way, and Nick and I will be giggling all the way through it, apparently. Right. Not the emotional support lizard getting more TV. The lizard has had more TV time than Britt Baker in the last 12 months.
I was about to say the goddamn same thing.
The emotional sport lizard.
Remember, guys, I'm not the lizard. I'm the bully. Remember?
Right.
As we've already got a table out here, and shout out to Tom Lawler, by the way, with the Iceman gear here. He's got the Chuck Liddell shorts.
Right. Did Hook call out Samoa Joe? No.
Battle of the Coquina Clutches, the Kata Hajames.
Right. Is one dagger into the Bill's heart. Why? What happened to the?
Why? Because
I'm guessing that's directed at you
win or something. Well, the whole match for us, we're going to go on this tangent here. Is what in the name of Fat Joe is out here showing up in the tracksuit? Yeah.
Was that Tyrus?
No, bald homie there in the tracksuit that looks like he's a part of the Sopranos and Fat Joe at the same time.
Right.
But yeah, no, the Bills, as long as we win, we are tomorrow, we are the number 2 seed in the AFC playoffs. Potentially.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I was just thinking, like, I was watching earlier today in that. I mean, it blows my mind that they could literally be the 2 seed or miss.
Yeah, literally. If we lose, I'm going to be out here sweating bullets. I'm going to be like that Key gift to where he's just dripping water down his face. That'll be me out here just sweating bullets.
Thank you,
because we could literally go from in to out in 2 hours.
It usually doesn't last that long. Pause. Second gear crew for the win. Nice shout, Damien. Hard to bet against the crew. Fan favorites. I think favorites of ours. So I'm going to pitcher and pitcher on Collision.
Yes, I just got there as well. I think I might have caught up with you somehow. But Brian Keith right now getting the sugar honey iced tea slapped out of him.
All right. Collision on a good start, better than Dynamite. Yeah, you're not necessarily wrong. The match quality has been better on Collision than Dynamite. Like, I know some people like kind of overhyped what we got on Dynamite, but it was a lot of very C-level matches, like in my humble opinion. Tonight, the matches, like that last match, Eddie Trent was great. We didn't have that was if that would have been on Dynamite, it would have been the match of the night for Dynamite.
Absolutely. Instead, it's a banger on Collision. I will say this respectfully. The Bucks being away from the AEW has helped out Collision more than it's even helped out Dynamite. There's still enough bullshit going on Dynamite that overclouds and over murkies that water.
Yeah.
But the second that they felt that Punk left and they needed to be involved in Collision is when Collision went down the tubes, went in the toilet. And now that they're respectfully not around, taking a sabbatical, what have you, Collision's managed to find its line again of we're even more of just the wrestling show versus Dynamite.
Yeah. And they really should have been very cognizant. Like, just because Punk left, they should have, like, I understand they had that line of demarcation because of Punk and all that bullshit, but they should have kept it even in the absence of Punk. Like, instantly, once Punk was gone, we started seeing a flooding of people that we weren't seeing there when Punk was there.
Yeah, when you still had guys like Miro, Andrade, Thunder Rosa, FTR that were all pretty much damn near exclusive to this brand. If you wanted to try out this wrestling style and this sports-based world of sports style that Tony's been trying to do with like the tournaments and everything, Collision was your perfect guinea pig now, especially that Punk's out.
Yeah, not wrong. Used to train with Tommy Lawler. Dude was laughing while he flipped me on my back. I don't doubt that for a second, Randolph, and that's awesome. Tommy Lawler is a great guy, a great veteran. Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
Really enjoy that. And shout out, well, I like that his buddy here has got the Tito Ortiz Flamin' Shorts gear as well. But yeah, 100% watch the guy fight and now seeing him in the ring. Man's been able to do both. And that's a hard thing to find. Trust me, CM Punk tried it. And he's good at one thing, not so good at the other.
Right. I'm kind of sick of seeing Commander. Yep. Facts.
Yeah, how many times can you do the fucking old school walk the rope spot, in a match every week?
It's amazing what he can do, but it's the meaningless matches just to set him up to do those spots blow my mind. And then you put him in matches with like Jay White and Chris Jericho, makes no sense. Again, it's like Vikingo. I think Vikingo's a great kid, but it's just a whole lot of the same. Like, you're not even fighting. You're just holding them down and then going like, wait, I'm going to go do something.
Well, it's really cool to see Cirque du Soleil like once a year, once every couple of years. You don't need to see it every fucking week, 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Like, if you're doing that, you got problems.
Who is this Tito Ortiz big guy?
I don't know, but he just said, "Manners, you can hold that
tail." Tito Ortiz in the ring. What is happening?
Tito Ortiz with a fucking blonde ramen mullet.
If Pitt wins, Jags win, and Dolphins, Bills. Yeah, that's a whole lot of things that have to happen. Steelers won. Oh, Steelers won. There you go.
Yes. So that is a domino that essentially, like I've said, for the past like 4 or 5 games with the Bills, it's win or go home. We've been on playoff mode.
Mm-hmm.
Much like the last team that did that was the New York Giants that beat the goddamn undefeated Patriots. So we don't want to talk about that now, do we?
Right.
One New York team could fucking just catch a heater on the back end and just say, this is ours now.
Right. Dynamite had a better start with the Undisputed Kingdom. Yeah, and you know what? I praised that segment. I really did like what they did. I got a little critical of it at the end of the show because I then realized that there might have been a better way to pull it all off. But Jay White was the perfect choice. And Jay White coming out and just saying like 17 words was perfect and just run out and fight. So you're right. And I mean, let's be fair. We got that Sting match to open this show, right? So,
yeah, well, we've already forgotten about it. As JV out here saying, like he's even got it as his visual. The lizard is all elite. Tony, put that visual up. We need that right now. Someone send that to us stat that the lizard is all elite.
Mm-hmm.
As Corey's saying, I'm sorry, but they should just be the Kingdom. Undisputed is only a nod to their time in WWE, and they should be trying to move forward. You know, AEW style is to take a shot at WWE when they can.
Oh, Commander taking everyone out. Ole!
Lawler and gang hit each other with the chairs.
Yeah, and a big shoulder block from the top. Action everywhere, folks. We got 2 screens, 2 hosts, and 1 channel.
Right. So that's how you know it's going to be a 5-star night, folks. Do the math. It's not like Steiner math. It checks out.
Big clothesline. See, I like the pace of this match. Like, I'll give it credit. It's going, but if you took Commander out and put someone else, like a hard-hitting kind of guy with Bounty Hunter, Keith, it's a better match for me overall.
This is a really good Ring of Honor match. If you actually wanted to establish Ring of Honor as a goddamn brand, because guess what? It's a Ring of Honor tag title match.
True. I will say that was the best Kingdom match I've seen in a long time. They haven't done shit. So that was
it's the first match, Kingdom match you've seen in a long time.
Facts.
As we've got doors and chairs, and Tom Lawler just took a door to the head as it was getting tossed in.
Oh,
like unintentionally, just you can have that.
It's all right. Lawler's nails. You've been hit with worse. Oh, so, Renee Paquette with the Bullet Club Gold.
John Panette, you go now.
John Panette, T's and P's to one of the goats.
My favorites. I had tickets to go and see him,
dude.
Like the week he passed.
One of the best nights of my life. He tore down the building. He closed, and there was heavy hitter after heavy hitter after heavy hitter, and he murdered it.
So we've got the Acclaimed backstage with the Bullet Club Gold the Undisputed Kingdom picks up the win, as now we're getting a double tables or doors and chair spot, or just fucking wooden boards. Literally the fucking piece of wood that they had almost fell off their little structure. Oh, it did. After a clothesline.
So Bowens is suggesting that they join the Bullet Club
because they're going against Undisputed Kingdom, and these are the two people that were attacked by the devil.
Yes,
and
but they
by the squad.
well, then the Undisputed Kingdom might be getting a couple other members because now they're outnumbered by the good guys. It's not supposed to happen.
Tony can't maths. Tony can't math.
Up next, Adam Copeland will say some stuff. Yeah, no, that's so I mean, what a weird combination. I mean, I think the Acclaim do fit into the Bullet Club kind of well, but you don't usually have two tag teams on the same faction. You got a trio. Well, I guess they're a trios team because of the champs. Interesting.
Well, I mean, if you go into the whole New Japan thing of at times you had because New Japan splits it up between the heavyweight and the junior division, so you could theoretically have two teams in.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
But AEW, we don't need more titles.
No more titles. Actually, back off of some of the ones that you keep defending on your shows.
Right. Or at least defend them on the shows that they belong to. We don't need Ring of Honor defended on AEW.
Right. And stop using other companies' belts on your show.
Right. And again, this structure just falls randomly because of the momentum going on in the ring.
Yeah, the weight of these men are just keep fucking up the shit they set up.
Right.
Beefy boys. The finisher kind of that. Oh
no, there you
go. What finisher? Oh, the Kingdom's finisher. Yeah, it's decent. The assisted cutter. Yeah, not bad.
Facts. Ashton, how long will it take for Matt Riddle to get fired from MLW?
No, longer than you think.
People have been begging to try and get released from this company. He's gonna have to do some extra dumb shit to get fired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let that man go. No way. If he's actually signed, no way.
Shit. Matt just destroyed that lady. And then gets sabooed by Tito Ortiz.
Oh. I was gonna say, it's so terrible to see that spot happen, but it's still so great. Is the saboo shot of just you can have that.
Bishop looks like Tito.
Oh, Mayonnaise gets the fucking
razor's edge to the
Tanaka fucking Mike Awesome.
Yeah,
powerbomb spot for the table on the outside. As Fat Joe's realizing he don't want to be a player no more. He just crushed a lot.
No, he literally looks like Tito Ortiz and Psycho Sid had a kid.
They're trying to build this again with a fuck up chair. Oh.
No, don't sneeze.
I was gonna say, everyone move gingerly, tiptoe by the window. But then again, we follow the rules of wrestling here of he who sets it up must go through it.
Right. Oh, that's too funny. Thank you, Ronnie. 2-0. There you go.
Yeah, how's your 4-string goalie working out for you guys?
Well, we haven't used him yet.
Oh, really?
Our third string
guy that's as tall as the fucking Empire State Building or the tower.
Just go down and fill the net, my guy. That's it.
Just stand there. We'll tape you. We'll Goldberg you. We'll just sit there and just tape you from one post to here. You just got to be a body there.
Right. No, yeah, like Goldberg. Come on, guys. Let me out.
Right. Come on. This isn't fun.
They seem a little tentative to use the youngsters. So right now, Jones is actually carrying the weight and doing all right. So a couple wins in a row. I think he's playing tonight. So he's only allowed 1 goal in 2 games, and he hasn't allowed any tonight. So knock on wood.
There you go. Now that we said this, he's going to give up like 7.
You shut your mouth.
Hey, you were talking about my Bills being out of the playoffs.
I'm not putting up with this shit.
Take that with you shut your whore mouth. That's the way you end on a pause, sir. As I've got Adam Copeland coming out right now, and I've got Matthew Justice about to send. Oh, Death Valley Driver through what it was supposed to be through all of that, but instead everything just kind of slid out of the way and just said, nah, you can just take that. So not the cleanest way. That definitely looked very painful, but Second Gear Crew retains as the MLW Tag Team Champions. As like I said, I've got Adam Copeland right now coming out on Collision. Excuse me. Eric Tate, is MLW on pay-per-view now? No, it is on Fight or now Triller TV, or especially if you have the Fight Plus, which is I think a whopping $4.99 a month. You get every show of theirs, every GCW show, etc., included with that. So it's pretty nifty if you're big into Wrestling Revolver as well. It's pretty nifty if you're, a fan of pro wrestling outside of the big two or three, to really watch everything that's going on. Liz are gonna do the Prince Nana dance. Yeah, I swear when I drive. Corey saying T's and P's to the Hardy Party. As now, Mans is still beating up people here with the piece of wood as Copeland's out here talking. We all know the Rangers are going to win the cup. Yeah, you can have that. As long as the Bills win the Super Bowl, we're good. Liz are going to tag team with Luchasaurus. Yes, father and son tag team here. Kill sweat. So even Adam Copeland, Edge out here having to correct himself, calling Luchasaurus, not calling him Kill Switch. Of saying how Christian should be thanking him for giving him the TNT Championship, which isn't that the same thing now we're doing with Wardlow and Adam Cole, a bit of just they're announcing it instead of doing it in the same night. Juan, keep up the Lizard potential storylines. Yeah, he's agenting all of the matches for the Lizard right now. All right, well, now does he go by the Lizard, or do we have to come up with a name for him? Is he like Rex Harrington or something like that? Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from standing on or sitting on Chris Statlander's shoulder. Why do Private Party remind me of the Street Profits? Because that's 100% why we've even halfway called them Social Gathering. They really are slightly just kind of a discount version. So we have Maria Kanellis, Cole Carter, and Griff Garrison. Where the fuck has he been? He looks like the stunt double for Jungle Boy right now. If they're going to do an all-in movie, we're going to talk about, the issue between CM Punk and where CM Punk got fired. Griff Garrison's going to play the stunt double for fucking Jungle Boy. But yeah, why is Maria here? Make this make sense, please. Is this just another lost boy who needs Christian as his father here? I don't get at all what is happening with this segment. Griff Garrison's a guy that steps up the plate. My guy, we've been thinking you've just been getting plates backstage and catering, and apparently they're not serving the same catering in WWE as they are in AEW because you've somehow managed to get skinnier and smaller being backstage. Juan, you can have that. I ain't going to touch that. It's a prerequisite when you go from WWE to AEW to have the worst in-ring attire possible. Adam's jacket looks terrible. I feel like it's kind of something he actually wore at one point in WWE, just maybe like 10 years ago. So we're literally getting Griff Garrison and Adam Copeland right now face to face in the ring on Collision, and people are wondering why Adam Copeland Edge showing up in AEW feels like it might have been more of he's just there to hang out with Christian than anything he could have done in WWE. Like this is he wasn't, it wasn't a big pop or a big reaction when he showed up initially. The ratings very much show that, especially his first match. And now we've got him in a match right now, by the way. So give me your predictions. Try and get him in before this match ends, I feel. We've got Griff Garrison versus Adam Copeland right now happening on Collision. Wait, y'all are going on a whole other conversation. Griff getting a spray tan, chopped off him with that slap. Well, at this point, this man's looking, frail enough. I don't know if he could take that chop. I swear this man's, like I said, he'd play the Jungle Boy if the Jungle Boy was in the Iron Claw. He's just straight up stunt double duty here. Big back body drop. As what do I got going on MLW? I have the Taipei. Is this the Taipei death match for the MLW National Openweight title of Ricky Shane Page versus Akira? I feel like this might be. Yeah, as Akira's already busted open. As Snake Eyes there from Edge onto Griff Garrison. Gritty on the ruthless aggression. What? Adam Copeland for the win. Yeah, I would sure as hell hope so. I think 100% if somehow Griff Garrison wins, I think we're just hindering Adam Copeland even more. But someone still explain to me how this makes sense with Maria randomly showing up. Like, when did this faction start? Is this a Ring of Honor thing that I've missed? Where did all of this come from, and why is it on my television? We've started off great, and now we've just slowed it way down. Oh, we got the Sabu spot with a piece of wood to Akira's head as this man's just gushing and eats a boot to the face. This is just dog walking this man. Ricky Shane Page for the win. Well, very much he's at least in the prominent position here. As is Akira getting a chain on his hand, it looked like they were doing something. Lizard versus Tony Khan in a Texas death match. Here, take my money. Oh, God. Nick give Jack Perry Hollywood gimmick to pay homage to his father. Let Griff be a stunt double and put Tony Storm in that faction. I like where you're going. You were there, and then you added Tony Storm, and Tony Storm's more old Hollywood than anything, but I like the initial idea. I like where you're going there. I don't mind that at all. Maybe just keep Tony out of it here. As much with most things in AEW, just keep Tony out of it, and somehow manages to end up being better. Is that Eddie Kingston's Hot Topic cousin? Oh, Ricky Shane Page? No, maybe more like his, cousin Eddie or his uncle Eddie there. So Griff Garrison with a rear chin lock on Copeland right now as Akira's trying to, or is almost getting duct taped to the ring ropes here. Speaking of lookalikes, Nick, Griff reminds me of a team back in the days of World Class Championship Wrestling. Sean and Steve Simpson, looked them up. They were pretty good. Well, I'll have to look them up later because they're very much before my time. And wow, Griff Garrison just hit like a flapjack slam there onto Adam Copeland for a 2 count. They're actually, the fact that this isn't a squash, is anyone else surprised that this is not a squash? That this wasn't just like, I hit you, I spear you, we're done here. That they're actually giving time to a match between Adam Copeland and Griff Garrison, who literally has not been seen since Julia Hart and Pillman Jr. or Lexus King have both left him. Dan the Lizard is more over than Chris Statlander in the I mean, does that count as a debut? We'll have to ask when KJ gets back. We'll have to see if that counts as a debut of the Lizard debuting in AEW, as now both men busted open on MLW. Akira very much with the Crimson Mask as Copeland now rolls out. Adam for the win. But this is how you build newer stars. Fair enough. But Griff Garrison is a fucking star. You do him on Pause. Ring of Honor or Rampage even. You don't do this on Collision. You should have Collision should be your, I want to say your equivalent to a SmackDown with Dynamite being your Monday Night Raw. Dynamite's your bread and butter, the show that you built the brand on. Collision's your upstart. It was started around a superstar, much like how SmackDown was started around The Rock. You treat Collision as it's its own identity, its own brand, which is initially what I think it was meant to be. And now you've just got randomly Griff Garrison shows up for the first time in a long time. And to me, it feels quite a bit awkward. And should be a squash. If you're going to build them up on Ring of Honor. Use that show as the developmental brand that we all think and know it seems to be, or at least on Rampage, because that's still should be a developmental show if you're going to still keep it on TV at least. Make that your, fucking 205 Live or something. The Lizard's more over than even me or KJ right now in our own chat here. Lizard is all elite. Lizard needs a title shot. Lizzie the Lizard will have the pet championship belt. Well, they got to take it off Larry there. Lizzie the Lizard versus Tony. Fear for my life, gone. I'm not surprised that's not a squash. Really, really, really.
Shocking, right?
Well, we have people saying that they're not surprised that it's not a squash.
Why wouldn't you be surprised that it's not a squash when it literally, like, Griff has been nowhere to be found, hasn't been booked in any type of highlight? Oh, Nick Wayne? Yeah, I don't get why Griff Garrison wouldn't get dusted, and why is Maria Kanellis not hanging around with her husband? Like, why is she not part of the kingdom?
Facts. Honestly, why was she not the Scarlet Bordeaux of the Undisputed Kingdom?
Like, what? The boys are hanging out, so the girl's not allowed to join them? Like, I don't get that.
You would anticipate that when Britt comes back that she would be aligned with Adam in that. So why not Maria with Mike?
Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Not to be picky, but Maria Kanellis coming out with two nobodies. It seems silly.
A good bit, and just out of the blue. And that's the thing. There was no build. Like, what was the setup for this match outside of they just happened to walk out and it actually becomes a competitive match versus just Adam Copeland's this world beater. He's a fucking Hall of Famer, and he should be out here with spear. 1, 2, 3. We're done.
Especially like an angry Adam, right? Like after him getting screwed, right? Last weekend, he gets screwed out of the title. Griff should walk out and Ed should dust him out in rage, right? Like have the ref, begging him to break the hold.
Yeah, the ref's got to pull him off it than anything. Yeah. Respect to Griff Garrison. I know it's been a while since we've seen him, but yeah, this should be you're there just to put Edge over of just for him to just take it out on you as we've got Akira dumped with shards of glass.
As the masked men are here.
Moxley's gimmick from when he was in WWE before the final end there, coming out with gas masks on.
Right. Now I got Ric Flair cutting a promo. Those are always memorable for one reason or another.
As this man is literally he wiped a bloody cross onto tempered glass panel that he's got set up between chairs.
But he's got the man under the glass.
Yeah, he's got a body splash to it because it's tempered glass, so it's going to shatter into a million pebbles.
With the glass, bro. Oh, Senton!
Senton! And boy, how did he respectfully hit all of nothing on Akira, but just hit all of the glass.
What a match.
We've got a holy sugar honey iced tea chant. But if the camera angle that they showed, he literally just landed beside him. He didn't land on him at all.
No, not at all. Cole Carter. Yeah. Remember when Cole Carter had that big reveal, that big surprise reveal, and everybody was like, "Oh,
I don't care."
Yeah, I'm a little perplexed by that. What happened there? That felt like it should have been saved for Ring of Honor. And again, fine. Griff comes out, but he gets dusted.
Facts. As now we're getting literally the thank you, sir. I have another spot. As we've got Ric Flair, Sting, and Darby getting interviewed backstage or cutting a promo.
Yeah, for Wednesday. Homecoming, they'll take on Hobbs and Takeshita as Sky Black is in the house.
Sky Blue, how do you do?
They got to change your name.
Well, I like it. This is 100%. This is a wagon off right now between Akira Hogan versus Sky Blue. This is,
Sky Blue
car to drive with 4-wheel drive, seats 35, Wagon Arrow, Wagon Arrow.
A 60-year-old Danhausen. There you go. Hey, Sammy Callahan.
Hey.
Sammy
DDT
Callahan on
up to Akira.
MLW, folks.
Well, Sammy's up for bookings.
And like nobody, there doesn't seem to be no offense to Sammy, but it doesn't look like there's a bidding war going on out there. And a lot of people thought about AEW and such, but that doesn't even seem to be a thing.
You haven't heard talks about anywhere that Sammy'd be going, respectfully. And
Yeah?
I think Sammy's super talented. For Christ's sakes, he does everything with Wrestling Revolver, and we're huge fans of that promotion.
Right.
So Ricky Shane Page picks up the win over Akira, as we've got, Wagonero.
Back, my guy.
My guy, he's getting held up by, he's got an OV card instead of Ohio versus everybody.
Yeah.
I know we said that the devil thing was a discount aces and eights, and this somehow seems to be like a discount devil thing. Like they somehow just get people and people. Like like AW's devil thing is Wish aces and eights, and this is now Temu aces and eights.
Right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And we will take predictions if you're taking Sky Blue or Kira Hogan. And in the wrestling match, folks.
Facts. But I even like Kira Hogan's gear. I think it's Teen Titans base gear potentially, or at least Mermaid. But either way, like this match for more reasons than
Sky Blue. Is Flair turning heel to cost Sting his final match, recreating the 1990s spot that launched their career-long feud? I hope not. Sting's last ever match, and you run an angle, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Sting's last match, he gets stung by the Black Scorpion.
He gets hit in the head with a can of woo.
Oh, where he eats some bad woo wings and can't compete in the match.
I think you turn Darby. You make Darby a heel, and Darby retires Sting.
Fair enough, but good God, look at Akira.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at something else when you said good.
No, you're fine. This man's coming out of a pool of his own blood and glass pebbles. And he looks like Ted with, you put the dumping in the wrong place. I'm a little dumb, but I'm still okay.
Right? You're a Hogan off the ropes. Booty bomb. I don't know if that's the official name. Terrible fake kick. Nice follow-up, though.
Right. Well, speaking of following up on things, I'm going to follow up on your break with my break.
There you go. So Nick's taking a pause for the cause. MLW is in between matches right now, folks. And Kira Hogan and Sky Blue are in the middle of the ring. Cake City, yeah, no shit. The lizard, the devil, LOL. Yeah, no shit. No reason to do that. There wouldn't be a payoff. It's Sting's last match. Yeah, I think if you're going to do anything, you're going to try and pole vault Darby, or assuming Darby, but my assumption would be Darby, where you're looking to pole vault Darby into, he can have a really nice run after retiring Sting. Make that part of his thing, right? As the match rolls on, this is already the match of the night. Come on, boys. Honestly speaking, a young, rich, single billionaire like Tony Khan, do you think there's any shenanigans going on backstage? JV, honestly, we can't comment on anything like that. We don't know. Again, he comes off as such a passive person. I'd highly doubt that he's involved in any of it. We've talked a lot about Jericho recently, and I think, it is what it is. Some people have suggested where there's smoke, there's probably fire. But I have no idea. And unlike other channels, we don't jump to conclusions. We kind of play it out. We don't know. We're not in the building, and we don't act like we are. Soraya did another Where Women's Wrestling. Yeah, I saw that part 2. Sky Blue is in it. I don't know how I feel about those videos, but I won't go too far into it. Lizard versus Undertaker in a Pet Cemetery match. There you go, Juan. Let's go. This Lizard is fucking over in the chat tonight. Completely over tonight. Good wrestling. Specifically, what are we talking about? Sky Blue versus Kira right now? It's okay. It's okay. We've had a couple sloppy moments, but they're doing all right. As I'm in picture, MLW is giving us an update. They're cleaning up the ring from all the glass. And if you guys are just tuning in, Sammy Callahan has arrived in MLW, helping, taking out Akira in the process. So, yeah, all right. MLW Reload, January 20th. Interesting. On YouTube. Thanks, TK, for early birthday. Fans happy. Get an extra cake this week. You call this wrestling? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a bit of a tough stretch for me. We are female wrestlers and we want rights. Listen, I'm a huge advocate of women's wrestling. I think it's very interesting. I advocate for it. I think we should get more of it. But then when we get it's got to be good. It's got to be quality. And I know a lot of people are excited about the AEW women's division. It's just not quite there yet. Like, it's relying a lot of young, inexperienced talent. When you look at the Knockouts division, when you look at the WWE's women's division, when you look at NXT's women's division, there's a huge discrepancy there. Right, the top 2-3 women in AEW, if they were to transition over to WWE, would have to start in their developmental. Ask Jade. There you go. Respectfully agree with you, KJ, and respect the decision of the channel. It's more of a guy talk than anything. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, again, it's very curious. If it happens to come out, again, it's not. I know some people turned on AEW and kind of pointed out, if any of the stories are true, then yeah, you run into this issue of Tony Khan's been very critical of Vince McMahon and his behavior. So if he's knowledgeable in regards to things happening under his watch, and maybe there was NDAs to kind of put that away so it didn't affect the company's growth, that would be highly concerning and very hypocritical. But there is no proof, there is no evidence of that, there is no nothing that says that happened for sure. And until otherwise noted, that's all we can do. Yep. Sky Blue for the win. Both women down. Not bad. They're going. I'm a big fan of Kira Hogan. And I personally think that she wins the other debate we were having. WWE does great with the women's division, 100%. Again, I know people say they don't, but they do. They highlight them. They put them in good spots. They give them the specialty matches. Oh. Hip thrust in the corner. Kick to the face. And a drop kick to follow. No, it's you know what? It's not a bad match. I will say the ladies are doing pretty well. I'm enjoying this. As Love Doug coming out in MLW. And for those just tuning in, I will remind you, we are watching two shows right now. We got MLW Kings of the Colosseum, and we got AEW Collision, both at the same time. Right now, Kira is in control. Oh, wait, eats a forearm from Sky Blue. WWE's women's division is light years levels above this. Yeah, I mean, it is. And I don't mean that despairingly. I mean, AEW is a young company. They're still trying to figure things out. They have a lot of talent there. They do. Don't get me wrong. Deonna Purrazzo is going to help. But if, Deonna Purrazzo goes to AEW, she's one of the top 2-3 wrestlers in the company. If you go to WWE, that's not the case. Scott taking Love Doug. Yeah, Love Doug needs a win. He's been through some heartbreak. Oh. Super kick. No sell. Super kick in return. And another. Damn. So Riddle signed with MLW. That is the rumor. And he will be on tonight's show taking on Jacob Fatu, Casey. So we will see how that plays out tonight. And again, Riddle can go. I know there's a lot of side story with Riddle. But, oh, there you go. And Julia Hart with the submission win. Julia Hart. Sky Blue with the submission win. Kiera Hogan put up a good battle. That was a good match. That was a decent match. I didn't hate it. NXT women's division has a lot of up and coming talent, but they botch spots. I expect them to botch spots. We see it on AEW, we see it in NXT. We see less botches, I would argue, than in WWE in the main roster because they're a little more refined. But yeah, we get the botch spots for sure. I mean, we talked about, we've seen some recently, but again, the young and up and coming talent will make those mistakes, undeniably. But I would say the way the women's division is booked and highlighted in NXT, I think it surpasses AEW at the moment, just because of the way they book them. It feels like they're more important, they're more involved. As we jump to a Serena Deeb package, the same one we got last week, her in the crazy jacket. Dun, 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 dun. After getting so excited about Sky Blue versus Kiera Hogan, did Nick just take a pause? He was wagon overload, my guy. He had to go, Corey. You see Connor Bedard on IR with a fractured jaw. Mark, I had not seen that. That is bad for Chicago, and that is bad for the guy. Let have him. Lucian. Kiera, yeah. Kiera's got a thong. 9-0. All right. Damien on fire tonight. Sky Blue with the W. Sky Blue made Kiera Hogan tap out. I'm jealous. Sky Blue and Kiera Hogan, yes, they are. You can't argue with that. Casey, yeah, I think Vince was right on something. Riddle reminded him of a young Shawn Michaels. I like Riddle. It's good to see him in MLW. Yeah, I mean, again, Riddle had his problems outside the ring. You understand why the WWE, especially being a publicly traded company, would move away from Matt Riddle. But when you put him in the ring with AJ Styles, when you put him in the ring with Randy Orton, when you put him in the ring with others, he gave quality matches. His matches were good. Riddle versus Gunther was good. There was a lot of potential there. Now, again, is Riddle a guy that kind of grows up a little and figures his life out? I mean, the guy is in his mid-30s already, so this might be as mature as the man gets. The next MLW pay-per-view coming is Super Fight and MLW Intimidation Games, Friday 29th and February 3rd. Well, Damien, if we'll see what's on the schedule, we'll see what's on the calendar. We got a shit ton of wrestling coming up over the next few months. So, yeah, if we can fit MLW in, we will. Just like tonight, just like next week, folks, we will be here for TNA. That's right. The launch, the official relaunch of TNA as we get TNA Hard to Kill. We will also be here for New Japan Battle in the Valley. When we say we cover more live wrestling than everybody else, we mean it, and we live by it. The lizard's name is Boots. Oh, Boots is all elite. Of course. It's fucking Boots. Right now on MLW, by the way, I have a blindfold match happening. Holy shit, Vince Russo. What is happening? Where are we with this? Singles match and match, second match. Taipei Death Match was the last one. There we go. We got the win. We got the win. Love Dog in a Love is Blind match where both men just felt around the air until they pinned each other. Might not have been the best thing going. As long as you get the finish right, all the other stuff doesn't matter in between. Just get the finish right. Yeah, you got to have good finishes, right? I mean, again, you're going to get mistakes along the way. I think sometimes some of the younger talent or some of the more independent talent, they're so committed. We saw it recently with Vikingo, right? So committed to doing that spot that they end up making themselves look stupid. So they try it 2, 3, 4 times, and everyone's standing around looking dumb. If they can kind of get that out of their system and be a little more, on the fly, a little more improv, it would be better for everybody. But you got to make sure you get to the right finish. The Lizards will go sit the head of the table. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, rub it in, KJ. I will. I don't hold the mistakes against the women. I don't hold the mistakes against the women. No, fair enough. But I mean, again, if you watch, there's a lot of matches out there with the women that don't have flaws, that don't have botches. You know, you got seasoned pros, you got the Charlottes, you got the Beckys, you got the Belairs, you got the Baileys, and so on and so forth. And again, AEW, I give them a little bit of slack with this. The problem is getting a 5-minute match every couple months on the channel doesn't help you overall, right? You got to be in the ring, you got to be learning. And I hope they all develop and do well. Sky Blue shows natural talent outside of her physical appearance. I know a lot of the fans are very big on how she looks, or at least how she fills out a pair of trunks. But I mean, there's some talent there. She's not terrible, but it needs refined. It needs worked on. And again, it's hard when you're getting booked once in a while, but you know, those are matches you can put on Rampage, maybe once in a while on a Collision. As I got Claudio Castagnoli. That man's got kids. This is this is as mature as exactly, MD. I was like, is he gonna grow up? I'm like, he 40. He pushing 40. Like, fuck. Speaking of,
I am pushing 40, but I damn sure ain't gonna grow up. You can have that. That is what I'm mad at.
Right. NWA next weekend too. Cardona versus EC3. I think we are on a NWA hiatus.
Well, maybe we'll peek an eye or something. Depends. I saw Russo like advertising for that match, like how we just had the blindfold match. Speaking of Russo,
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I'll be here every day with you guys. I have a shitty work schedule temporarily, so you guys entertain me at work. Whatever we can do, Casey, we appreciate it. We really, really do, man.
100%. That's what we aim to be here. I know you call it the Wrestling Utopia, but we hope to be your 2, 3, sometimes 12, 14 hours of, you know, suspension of disbelief, your little happy place there that you can fucking put the world on the outside and just chill with the buddies, right, talking pro wrestling, talking nonsense. Mm-hmm. So absolutely, everybody that's been here from the jump till now, like we talked about, we've grown exponentially since World End. Appreciate everybody that's here.
What is happening here? No, I completely echo everything Nick said. And that's it, guys. Life is messy. Life is stressful. Life is complicated. And if you can come hang out with us and have a little chit chat and take your mind off your bullshit, then, you know, we feel like we're doing all right.
Right. We try and be that little drop of actual joy and enjoyment in the wrestling world, which is hard to come by, especially in the social media world.
Yeah. That's really, you guys don't love my wrestling, so you guys aren't enjoying it. No, we're enjoying the fuck out of all of this.
Well, we're enjoying it. We just wish we could enjoy it more. It's like it's like going to a restaurant or having somebody make you a dish, and you're like, "Well, that was good, but maybe do this next time or whatever."
Maybe a little salt would be nice.
Right, some seasoning would be great, Karen. No one puts raisins in potato salad.
Right? Yeah. No, that's fact. I would love every time Chrissy Statlander came out, everyone just chants Lizard. Now they're going to be chanting Boots.
Well, yeah, we got Boots and we got Willow with her backpack. So is this tag team now just Dora the Explorer or something like that?
Swiping, no swiping.
Right, man. Bivens, no Bivensing.
Right.
That's what it is. Bivens is Swiper. They're doing real life Dora the Explorer.
Oh, here we go.
And we got the Boomaya Nation coming out right now.
So Claudio fighting right now.
Claudio is taking on
the man in the diaper.
Dalton Castle?
No way.
No. I think
he LA kick that didn't work.
Well, it kind of connected. He's like if Cameron Grimes wore Depends. Respectfully, Andrew Everett. So Chris is letting us know.
Thank you.
That hot and up and comer there, but Alex Kane.
Why is this match still going?
We've had matches that should have been squashes that get extended because we have nothing else on this show. When to me, give the House of Black and FTR all the goddamn time.
Yeah, I'd rather have that match go 10 minutes longer than watch this match go 5 minutes longer and the other match go 5 minutes longer.
I'd rather the show go 10 minutes shorter than either of those matches go 5 minutes longer, even if we don't add the time to FTR.
It's Joey Janela. It looks like him.
Audio. But I've got Alex Kane coming out right now, taking on Richard Holiday, and obviously everybody knows what Holiday's been through. So the fact that he's here, fantastic. And Alex Kane 100% has become, he's a guy that we talk about that I'm waiting for him to make a jump somewhere else.
Yeah. No, he's got a lot of talent. He's got, this whole gimmick is wicked. Look, he came out with 15 people.
Yeah, he's got the whole Boomaya Nation. Like I said, this is how you would do respectfully, and I say this as respectfully as I can. This is how you would do the Nation of Domination in 2023.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, what a vibe. And
right.
What a vibe.
As we've got Starks and Big Bill backstage right now.
Yeah, we do. Reminding us they're champions, by the way.
Well, they kind of have to, because people half the time forget that they are actually champions.
Wow, he just mentioned Cody Rhodes.
Oh, well, you've said it for the longest time. Be greedy here. This man's going straight to WWE once that contract's done.
Oh, I'm convinced. I'm convinced that, our buddy Ricky is going to be looking for a new contract, but he's going to take on. See, they're setting him up for a singles match with Sammy at Homecoming. Let him have a tag match. He's the tag champ.
We don't even care though about Sammy though, and I think now W Morrissey's 100% glad to be in a tag team with Ricky, because when Ricky jumps, he's going to jump too.
Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, I could see them saying, "All right, Big Bill, come back."
Just run him back as W Morrissey. That's what they should have done. He should have never been Big Bill. W Morrissey was great as it was. I mean, he's still the same thing. You just gave him a shit name.
Oh, wait. There a street fight? What the fuck? Against Jericho and Sammy?
Boo!
Hey, is it in poor taste to have Jericho in a Le Sex God tag team right now?
Le Sex Pest God.
The NBA
it's really... I understand, and you said this while we were on a pause, that we know nothing about anything that's going on with that. It's literally, we know as much as the internet knows, and sometimes even less than the internet seems to think they know. But for perception's sake, maybe do some damage control, let some things cool off before you still keep shoving Jericho in our face. Pause.
Here's the thing, Nick. And this is for most things in the world, and we've seen it with other people, other personalities.
Mm-hmm.
If you get accused of something publicly and you didn't do it, what's generally your reaction? I didn't do it. Fuck you. I didn't do this. Don't you dare blame me for this. That's bullshit. The silence is what's causing this story to fester. Tony Khan dodging it like a bullet's causing this story to fester. Tony could have just said, nope, I've never seen that. I don't know what you're talking about. Kylie Ray moved on amicably. Thank you for the question. But he didn't. It's typical Tony of, ooh, I can't say nothing. Well, now that leads to speculation.
Well, yeah, there's whole layers even in that whole situation. Like, obviously, I was not a big fan of the way he was still sitting there with the, the fucking stonecutters or the Fred Flintstone fucking woolly hat gimmick and everything. And then the sunglasses. And I get he can't fully respond to a narrative that was made up by Twitter. There was nothing outside of the Twitterverse that was really talking about that. But at the same time, this is the same Tony Khan that we've seen go on there and talk about how there's bots out there to try and take down AEW. Well, I'm not going to put up for this shit anymore. The sound clip that everybody uses.
Yep.
So, like you said, of the non-denial is almost a more damning statement than if you were to vehemently sit there and this is bullshit. There's no truth to any of this. The fact that he didn't say that means there might be some truth to that.
That's the problem, right? And again, when you're dealing with this, we don't know. We're not in the building. We have no idea. We don't know again, people are threatening that more information is going to come out. And again, I think you just, as the leader, like if me and you are here and someone in the chat pops up and says, "Hey, you guys did some shit," we address it. We're like, "No, we didn't," and that's what most
Right.
people do, right? And again, I get this is a serious thing. We're not asking you to give details; just shoot it down so we can move on.
In a situation made up of, speculation and, hearsay, to leave the door open for doubt, it is a dangerous game to play because, as we've seen, Twitter fingers will run wild if you give them an inch. And the fact that you let that little doubt ember still kind of smolder, that could lead into a whole wildfire.
Absolutely. As I got Pyro on Collision, and this match going on in MLW as well.
I got Holiday with the knees up on Kane. Oh, eating a belly back suplex.
Here comes the House of Black.
Whoa.
Now, they should have had a street fight at World. Yeah, like instead of that debacle of an 8-man tag, which was embarrassing, why was it not a street fight at World's End on your pay-per-view for the tag titles? Like, I don't get it.
Right. And well, no one gets a lot of the booking at times with AEW, respectfully.
Innocent until proven guilty. JV, I completely agree with that. And we're not accusing anybody of being guilty of anything. We, again, we do not know. We'll be very clear. We're not pointing fingers. We're just assessing the situation. And again, you got to remember, as long as these rumors are out there, they affect your booking. Because if you were trying to make Sammy and Jericho baby faces against a heel tag team, or you have them in the ring with Sting and Darby, and the fans are booing and chanting things like NDA, you got to consider keeping him away.
Yeah,
until it's cleared.
We know nothing about the situation. I still said you just get in front of it and do an internal investigation, whatever, and that even still might be take it as you want. We know nothing. I'm just suggesting of how, if I was running the company, what I would try and do to get ahead of this, to try and not let this get momentum.
Yeah, really. When are we getting a KJ versus Nick Beard in a beard versus beard match? We're tag stream champions, bro. We go into Mania for those tag belts. Come out with the tag belts.
I was gonna say, did you ever see a Brody Lee versus Rowan, Bludgeon Brothers, beard on beard, beard championship match or anything like that? No, we got to keep these beards. Trust me, my good lady would not recognize me without my beard. She's never seen it. Seriously, she's never seen my chin. Pause.
As top guys in the house. As much as I do F with Jericho, we can't keep canceling people for allegations. I'm not saying cancel him. That's it. No. He has every right to state his case. You got to think of the company as a whole, though. And until it's investigated and understood, I don't think the guy should be canceled based on this. I think they should cancel Jericho for 15 other reasons before this.
Tony needs to think about this as a boss instead of a buddy.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
And again, allegations matter. You got to take allegations serious. And if there's any truth to them, they do have to be worked out. You can't just ignore them. So again, you shouldn't be canceled. I hate the cancel culture. The negativity is bullshit. And sometimes it's completely unfair because somebody goes public with something that is completely fucking untrue. And then it becomes a hashtag and people get fucked. And then I don't want to see that happen to Chris. It's not fair to him if it's false. But if there's truth to it, it's got to be atoned for.
Well, absolutely. I'd rather have the discussion than canceling anybody any day of the week. But you do at least have to acknowledge in some aspect that this is out there. And especially to me, when you're Tony Khan, a guy who lives and dies, allegedly, by stuff that's on the internet, to where he's, quote unquote, citing cage match ratings, as far as talking about the state of his company. When you live in that internet universe, you can't all of a sudden choose to block out one of it because it doesn't, go with your business model or isn't, in your favor. Now, we get that Twitter's 7% of wrestling fans, and this is all from sources upon sources of heard about. Did you, rumor on this, rumor on that? So nobody knows anything. But you do
Facts.
at least have to, from a public relations stance, maybe let this die out or stamp it out, if anything.
I haven't been clean shaved since 1999. I think I'm right there with you. It was 2003. I bet my beard on the Leafs beating Boston Bruins, and then we had an epic collapse. And yeah, so that was the last time I went babyface.
I was going to make the joke of this is when I do my Manscaped ad read if I had one.
Yeah, we got to work on that. Let's go.
Right.
House of Black for the win. Especially as a member of fucking Manscaped, I should be advertising for them.
We just need that and the Squatch soap guys. We just need those two.
I agree. Buffalo 3. We will take your predictions. FTR, House of Black have kicked off. Murphy and Cash are starting this one. And right now, that was a bit of a clunky spot, but big spear by Alex Zane.
By who?
I don't know what I said.
I don't know what you said. You said Alex Zane.
I might have.
Who is neither here nor there.
Alex Kane is what I meant.
There we go. I got him with an angle slam right now, as I've got Murphy going at Cash, as they've even got knee pads that say Living Legends. I'm trying to pay attention to both right now because both are great matches. Both have the potential to be fantastic matches. Like I said earlier, if the House of Black and FTR with almost a half hour to go in runtime actually show up and show out, this match could already, we're a week into 2024 and could be arguably match of the year in 2024, much like FTR and Bullet Club Gold. Sorry.
Yes. Big start to the match. Nice transitions. Cash makes the tag, and now we got Hardwood waiting for Malachi. What a great start. Crowd's loud, too.
Superplex into a swinging neck breaker from the middle rope there.
You guys should get endorsements. We've had some. We're working on it. Remember, we're just a baby. So all the things we're working on the percolating popping.
Right. Big things popping, little things stopping, up to something season never sleeps.
House of Black needs a win. Yeah, but I would argue FTR might need a win too. They've been a little inept for quite a while.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because I picked up the Pro Wrestling Illustrated today. I actually found it at my local grocery store and picked up with Tony Storm on the cover. And it's their tag team edition. And I really want to go through and because it seems like 2023 was a down year for tag team wrestling, I feel, respectfully.
It was. Malachi sits down, crisscross applesauce, and Harwood's got a finger for him.
Whoa, pause. Oh, now they're both sitting.
Cash kicked him in the ass. Why is he running away? He's a badass. Oh, he was over talking to his daughter. That's why. The wife and daughter are here. The whole Harwood family in the house. So Cash gave Malachi a kick in the butt. Get out of here. Big bear? Big bear chase me. Big bear chase me. Big bear.
Tony Khan Bear?
It's one of my favorite movies ever. Big shout out to John Candy on the Big Bear spot. Baby steps. House of Black for the win. All right. Does the audio sound muffled? Yes, it has a few times, Paul. Not the whole thing, but a few times the audio sounded a little wonky. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that, and I thought it just could have been my stuff like buffering or whatever. Yeah. Sometimes you question whether it's their issue or your issue. Kevin Dunn, Bucky Beaver is all elite. That'll be next. I feel
right. That'd be interesting. We start getting the quick camera cuts.
Just everything. Camera cut.
But a tag team main event, and that's a good point, MDB. We had the first ever tag team main event at a Mania in a year where tag team wrestling was a little down, I would imagine, right?
That felt like the end of everything there. Like it felt like past that we kind of went sideways. That's when we got, the Cody and Jay team. We saw Judgment Day kind of really run WWE's division for a bit. We saw the breakup of Sammy and KO.
Oh,
So,
he tapped. Oh, there's the ref.
No ref as Richard Holiday taps, but there's no ref. Oh, this is going to be a screwy finish.
I hope Black gets back to WWE. Trips will use him well. I agree. I do agree.
Oh, we're setting up low blow right here. Low blow.
Oh, some corrections you just shouldn't make there, Jesus.
Jesus? Yeah,
no. Should Collision highlight the tag team division more? I think it does more than Dynamite now as it stands. Like even last year, that match of the year candidate, FTR and the Bullet Club, Collision matches.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Sorry, as we've got Tommy Lawler, we've got the rest of F or WTF here of MLW's version of, I guess, Ico Pro, out here with Ramen, Tito Ortiz, and Filthy Tommy Lawler. I swear to God, man's in the burgundy tracksuit, just looks like Fat Joe the whole time.
Right.
I'm just constantly just want to go, what's love got to do? Got to do.
I just lean back.
Right.
Lean back.
When you're trying to kick out of the pain, just lean back. Lean back.
Kane back in the ring.
Well, they rolled this man back in the ring as ref thrown in 2, 1,
2 3/4.
Kick out, kick out, kick out.
Boing, boing, boing.
Kane kicked out.
Apparently, Nia Jax at ringside, or Nina Jax. Tequila or rum?
I feel like I know her name too. Like I've seen her before. I just can't remember it for the life of me.
Tequila or rum? That's not like tequila is my poison. Rum is my regular.
Rum, absolutely. Tequila. It's got to be like summer. It's got to be for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's where the tequila comes in. But yeah, give me a good rum or whiskey any day.
Oh, I'm all about the whiskey.
I'm all about the whiskey.
Right. As we've got a rear naked choke. Is he going to pass out?
My lizard paused.
Why?
Alex Kane is a stud. He is. He absolutely stud.
Oh, 100%.
And there it is.
Arms, and he's out. So Alex Kane retains.
Still champion. A heavily booked match. Lots of chaos going on.
Now I can watch me some House of Black and FTR going out as I've got Malachi and Cash. Right now, Cash chopping Malachi in the corner here.
Yeah, almost didn't make it over that top rope, but throwing Europeans and gets his feet swept for the fun of it.
Ooh.
Vodka Brandy. Brandy used to be, we'd go to this place on a Friday and we'd get a nice warm glass of brandy. And that was like the kickoff to our weekend once upon a time. It was like the start of the weekend was a brandy and then we'd go.
Instead of the KJ, it was the Ray J?
The Ray. I ain't been with no Kardashian. What do you mean? Sitting on top of the world.
Ain't nobody can win my click.
He said click, folks.
Click. Yes, click.
I am the click commander.
I'm Jason Mewes.
Malachi.
I was going to say, I think I'm more Fat Man than Batman.
Big knee drop. I'm just going to put my feet up because it's getting real deep in here. Yeah, the pauses everywhere.
You warranted that whole thing there, my guy.
That was definitely my doing.
No, I'm saying him writing that out. Like you were asking for that pause.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. Yes.
Right.
Buddy Murphy. And there's just chaos going on in MLW right now.
Well, yeah, like I said, we got the Boomaya Nation. As KJ Kardashian, interesting. Was that leg sweep a receipt because he was holding the back of his head after getting dropped? Receipt
I
for
don't
what
know.
though?
I don't think so. I'd be surprised as both men get knocked down. Cash crawling for that tag. This is how you milk a hot tag. I like it.
Yeah. I've got him crawling for the hot tag right now.
Selling it.
Dive, dolphin dive. Oh,
and Murphy says, not today. I like it.
I like how he did the barrel roll out of Murphy's way.
Alex Caden's been unstoppable. Absolutely. 100%. I mean, talented guy. Commands a room. You can't go wrong with him right now. On fire.
Absolutely. What's up with not Scott D'Amore here on MLW, by the way? I didn't want to address it initially, but man's out here looking like if Cornette and Scott D'Amore were put together like as a Frankenstein's monster.
Is that not what's his face? Is that Court? No,
that's not Court.
That's definitely not Court. Who is this guy?
He's Cornstein. He's the Moore in Scott D'Amore.
As I'm back in picture with Murphy all over Cash. Houston 14, Indy 6. Sounds about right.
That's actually a game that's pretty much almost for the AFC South title there.
Which is hard to believe.
It's funny to me, the NFL this year, you have a crop of good teams that are going to make the playoffs, and even maybe some who might miss the playoffs, and you have a bunch of shit teams that were in shit divisions that just are going to be happy to backslide into the playoffs.
Houston's been a fucking, and especially with it, I had a couple of Houston guys on my squad at times, and they were just a nightmare to predict what they were going to do week to week. They look amazing. They look terrible. They look amazing.
And still, shout out with a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback that if Houston, which for the longest time was thought to be a dumpster fire, can get into the playoffs.
Yeah. Crazy, right? But he looks like he could easily step into the IC title. Got you a picture in WWE. Dude's jacked. Yeah, again, what I never understood about Malachi and Buddy in WWE is I don't know how Vince would sit in Gorilla, watch him, watch those two men have a match and go, I don't need them. I don't get it. I don't understand what the problem was with Vince. Those guys tore it down the little chance they got in WWE.
To try and figure out the problems with Vince McMahon, we could be here for a whole college lecture course on the problems with Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
So now we're getting Kojima I guess, signing with MLW, or is at least signing for a world title match. Is
he throwing
is he throwing out oranges or cheeseburgers? They look like they might be cheeseburgers. Man's throwing out McDoubles. Right. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Kojima in it.
It's bagels. They're throwing bagels. What the
fuck? Not even everything bagels, just plain boring ass bagels.
That's just a straight up bagel. Which I'm not opposed to, but do you take it home? Do you eat it? I didn't know Kojima's things was bagels.
Does he autograph it? Are they autographed bagels? What's going on?
Dax on fire. Brainbuster.
This man took a bite of the bagel and then stuffed it in his pocket. What the fuck? Someone explain to me the bagel reference.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Cheeseburger Eddie there. Yeah, it ain't easy being
cheesy. I was gonna say, is this man just having to stuff bagels in his pockets because that's his fucking payment for being on the show here? Is you get to take home 2 bagels,
right? It's crazy how Alexa Bliss became a bigger star in WWE than Buddy Murphy. Different lanes, I guess. I mean, again, for different reasons.
Yeah, 100%. I think, especially right now, if you had Buddy Murphy in the Judgment Day kind of faction, Buddy's, I would almost argue, potentially in that Dominic Mysterio spot to an extent.
Technically, yeah. Might not have
I
worked.
mean, I know he is literally, but
Yeah.
maybe we could get it figuratively too.
Big back elbow by Malachi as both men down. Buddy back in the ring. Cash is MIA, but he took an absolute beating.
What is happening right now? So we're getting Callahan's coming out now to challenge Kojima on MLW.
There you go. I guess he's trying to be the new Death King, the Death Match King, as he takes out Akira. Now he's going after Kojima. He'll be fighting Moxley in GCW soon.
I want to see that match because
Oh,
it's been a hot minute since we've really watched GCW because they seem to have like a show every hour. So I think that match, especially between those two who have a history, who know each other, it'll be.
Oh, sorry, Nick.
No, you're good.
Frog splash combo. Oh, buddy, with
right
the
now.
meteor to break up the tag. Wow. What's up, RD?
Oh.
Autograph my bagel. Pause the fuck on that.
Right. Oh. Autograph my bearded lizard. What?
Pause.
Is this not making a case right now to be one of the better matches, granted, at least so far, that we've gotten in 2024, and one of the best House of Black matches of recent memory?
This is awesome, Chance, and you're right. In a very young 2024, this might be the favorite thing I've been served up since 2024 started.
Right.
This is better. Like, why? This is why this match should have been on the pay-per-view. World's End, even a chunk of the diehard said World's End sucked. This match would have added so much more than the 8-man tag did. Do the 8-man tag on a fucking Collision. This match is pay-per-view quality.
Well, 100%, as Cash now taking the double knees, getting hucked over the commentary table and kind of broke it, kind of knocked off a side of it. That's the first time I've ever seen that, to where the side of the announce table fell off.
Right.
Normally the whole thing implodes and it happens.
Sammy and Kojima are going toe-to-toe, being separated by security right now, if anybody's wondering what's happening on MLW. But yeah, no, this match has been fire. I'm trying to think, like, out of the matches we got at World's End, what matches were better than this one?
I will give me one quick second. I'll look up the card here real quick. You talk to the people as I look up the card.
Malachi staring down. The daughter should not be smiling. I know she's a young girl. Frown a little girl.
What?
But yeah, Malachi. Oh, Hardwood back up. Back and forth. Let's go. Yeah, I was dirty. Big 2 count. Spinning back kick. Oh, up. Wow. Again, talent that is underutilized. Shutter machine. Out of nowhere.
I got a 2-0.
Malachi.
I got a spinning back kick.
What a save. The camera just
Malachi breaks it up. God damn with this match. Yeah, no, I'm trying to look like the other 8-man tag probably wouldn't have been it.
Like Edge and Christian was good, other than the ending was a little contrived.
But then that's still not good. Like Eddie versus Moxley wasn't great.
No.
Joe versus MJF wasn't great. Julia Hart versus Abaddon wasn't great. Like, you'd almost have to argue Swerve versus Dustin. If you try to pick a match.
You broke the man's fucking
that's the thing. There wasn't a match.
Spike pile driver on the apron. This match is cooking. The fans are on their feet. Folks, give me some flames. Give me some fire. Give me some thumbs up. Woohoos. Give me something.
Some woo wings.
Now the equalizer's in the house. Who are you?
I got Rocky Romero with
Shut the fuck
blue hair
up.
lady. Brody King showing up right now as we're getting a holy sugar honey iced tea chant.
And Danny
Garcia
is here. Garcia takes out King. I hate it. I do.
He sabooed him, and that man, that ricocheted right off that man's cranium.
Yeah, even with the chair, Danny should have got kicked in the face. No offense to Danny, but come on now.
Garcia, they're building him up to be their next kind of star.
Yeah, I saw Tony coming out. You're going to see so much of this guy. And I'm like, all right.
I like the way I pay him to thrust at me backstage. He does something strange for a little piece of J.
He danced with me. We are soulmates.
Right.
Because I've had the time of my life.
Oh, I just pictured him and Tony like slow dancing backstage. So like, what?
And we got winners.
How about for Buddy Murphy? Rolls through, go. 2, 3.
What a win. I like the transition. That's okay with the roll up at the end. That's what should happen. FTR with a big win. Again, House of Black look a little inept. Little Danny takes out King. You know, there had to be someone else that you could have used to take out King, but whatever.
It was a great match until the Daniel Garcia spot. Until you had any sort of outside interference, it was a great match.
Yeah, like, and again, you know what? I still don't mind, like, the whole match. I'm not going to let that take away from it. I don't love, like, why is Danny helping FTR? There's no backstory there. There's no reason for it. And Brody is a monster. So you hit him in the back with a chair, he turns around, kicks you in the mouth.
To me, it's one of those, the matches was cooking enough. You didn't need to add anything else.
You didn't have to fuck
around. That's one thing that Tony's good at, is putting a hat on a hat, a gimmick on a gimmick.
Right.
You're already cooking with gasoline.
Yeah.
So you don't need to add fucking charcoal to this shit.
Yeah, he's very much, well, I need more cowbell. You're like,
right, literally.
Malachi looking at the family. As he kicks the chair. It was a bit.
Are we setting up either A, for another match, or are we setting up for a return or a debut here, as we've got right now the House of Black just decimating FTR here?
It's the way to save face, right? Like, so House of Black lose, but they end up leaving like this. And Julia,
you know how you save face? You don't have random stupid ass interference. That's disjointed and unconnected.
You ever notice since Julia became champion, she has forgotten her top? She has no idea where her top is anymore.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
It's just
I can tell you where your eyes have been, sir.
Well, I mean, shit.
As she's just slowly ringing the bell.
I like that, though. I like it. I like her being ominous and just ringing the bell. And
I saw somebody stand online calling her Lady Taker. She's just basically the Undertaker, just in female form.
I like it, the Lady Taker. As Matt Riddle is here on MLW. By the way,
bro.
Wednesday, Samoa Joe will be live. Ricky Starks for Sammy Guevara. Oh, son of a bitch.
Takeshi and Hobbs versus Sting and Darby Allin. Castagnoli versus Hangman. So it's just Starks versus Sammy. As I've got the original bro and the only bro, Matt Riddle, out here right now. Mm-hmm. As they're going to everyone wearing WWE merch with the Bro 420 shirts.
Like, all right, it's not ours, but they get it.
That really works in that lawsuit you have with WWE. They've got a monopoly as we're sitting there buddying up with. He's dapping up every guy that has his WWE shirt on, but they're a monopoly.
Well, there's Riddle giving love to the crowd. Oh, he's trying to bite the bagel. Oh, there you go.
Never bite the bagel.
Was the lizard the highlight of the show tonight? Full marks
little
for the
bit. That's the thing. That's what I was thinking of earlier. Statlander's fucking Lisa. Remember when she goes all like hippie and I am the lizard queen.
Right.
That's Statlander right now. The lizard is the biggest talking point coming out of Collision outside of, let's put some respect. That match was fantastic.
Oh, outstanding match. I wish the match could have just ended up with the roll up. Again, it's that attempt. It's the chicken shit booking that I accused Triple H of last night, is where just have the roll up happen and you get the win, and then you have the story. Like Brody comes out and they lay the beating on, you leave Danny out of the equation altogether. I don't like the optics of Daniel Garcia whooping Brody King's ass, even though Brody got the last laugh. At the end of the day, that was a fucking barn burner of a match.
Have faith in your decision and stay with it instead of adding, a little bit too much seasoning, a little too much hot sauce.
Trying to make everything light and fluffy, and not everything has to be light and fluffy.
But that was a fantastic match, like we kind of joked about, of probably so far match of 2024 up until the random disjointed run-ins.
Yeah, and I like I said earlier, I think that match was better than any match on World's End. And if anybody wants to debate me on that, I'm all ears. But that was a wicked match. It should have been on World's End. You knew you were going to do this. Why not just do it then? Why save it for a collision? And I know you need to put some stuff on your TV, but that was a pay-per-view level match that you could have bled into a story that we're now getting on TV.
Tony does it reverse of normally the TV builds to the pay-per-view. Tony does it to where the pay-per-view builds to the TV.
Yeah, right? Shit. As we got Jacob Fatu in the ring.
We've got Browiser with this gear on right now, taking on Jacob Fatu.
Yes, I believe this would be heading towards a 6-man tag. I just think if I was FTR and I looked around the AEW roster, Danny might not be the first guy I tap on the shoulder to take on the House of fucking Black. Just my thought.
The other guy that they have works for the other company now.
He gone.
Right. So we can't do CMFTR. Well, I guess we'll do what's after C? DMFTR?
Yeah, there you go, Danny. Danny, where are you, Danny?
All right.
Are you guys seriously trying to make sense of Tony's booking? I enjoyed Collision tonight. I thought Collision was a good show. Overall, I thought Sky Blue's match was pretty good. The opening match was fluff. Some of the squash matches went too long. Griff Garrison makes no sense. Pushing Adam Copeland to the limit. But overall, I thought Collision was entertaining.
Fair enough. And Corey, somebody has to. I know he doesn't, so somebody has to make sense of his booking.
That's what we do here. Tony Khan and trying to figure out his booking has been half our shows, half our bread and butter around here.
And half of to Tony Khan, the cause and solution to all of wrestling's problems.
We will get a 6-man for sure. Got that one. Why isn't all this out there on the mic week?
Listen, you have that.
That's adorable. TK booking. Mm-hmm. House of Black beat the crap out of Danny Garcia, so there's a bit of a history there. Yeah, I get it, but I mean, there's got to be someone. I think Danny's great, but Danny should be in Ring of Honor, challenging for belts in Ring of Honor. Like he'd be a great NXT talent and develop. But Danny, getting in the ring with the big boys, he looks out of place.
Speaking about big boys, though, who wouldn't look out of place, what happened to all the talks of we were going to get Jacob Fatu showing up in WWE?
I think they were tempered with some of Jacob's outside of the ring antics.
Those have always been there.
Yeah,
those aren't new.
And I'm still not sold that it won't happen, right? I mean, again, I think if you could get the 3, guys that are kind of floating around right now, like Jacob, Lance, and who am I missing? Zilla. Zilla would be a good one too, but they all of a sudden show up to be like, wait, it's our table. Down. I'm in. Sold. Let's go. Fuck The Rock.
Yeah, but no, what if he has to go and I'm going to get, more at the table here.
Yeah, no, and definitely.
You're reloading the fucking infantry.
Well, yeah. And I mean, they've been a little, down and out. And then there's only so many times that Jimmy and Solo can lose matches, to save time. Yeah, you're not wrong.
There was a point to where people wanted Jacob versus Roman damn near almost on par, I beg to say, as they wanted The Rock versus Roman.
I don't know.
Not exactly on par, but you get what I'm
maybe
saying.
for us fellas, yeah.
Yeah.
For the public at large, maybe not as deep, but yes, I think again, and I said it. If Jacob was to show up and be like, no, you're cute, Roman, but this is my table, not yours, and that was where they went with it, I would have been fine with that. I would love to see him make the transition. Will he
You
do it?
might be the tribal chief, but I can really beat you up.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat you. Yeah.
I wish a naysayer would.
Battle of the Belts next week. Oh my God! Wait, is that on the Saturday? Because we will not be paying attention to it at all.
Oh God.
Why is everything on the same fucking Saturday? Does wrestling promoters know that there's multiple fucking Saturdays in a fucking calendar month? Why are you doing this to us?
You said you're going to cover all the wrestling. We're going to give you all the wrestling. We're just right now Homer Simpson there in his, that stage of hell there from the Treehouse of Horrors. Yeah, I heard you like donuts. You get all the donuts. I heard you like wrestling. You'll watch all the wrestling.
Jesus Christ. Not you in the chat. But yeah, no,
not you. Communion there, Jesus. Jesus Brett, that's his name. Communion.
Communion.
That's what Jesus Brett is. Communion.
100%, right? The wafer of the chat.
Wafer.
6.25. Of course, I go to the AEW pay-per-view that sucked. Oh, you were there? Yeah, sorry about that.
Right. I'm sorry.
Listen, that's not AEW hate. It's just it wasn't a good AEW pay-per-view. They've done so much better.
Even Tony's love child there of the cage match ratings even said it wasn't that great.
I liked the show today. I did. I liked Collision better than I liked Dynamite.
I'm thinking I'm liking MLW more than anything, respectfully.
Yeah. By the way, Jacob fought 2 and Riddle. If anybody's guessing who's winning this one, Riddle for the win, says Vance. Jacob fought 2 going to WWE would be awesome. Absolutely. So much tied in already.
Right. And respectfully, though, too, with what I said of still FTR and House of Black was a great match until the run-ins. Like, had a great match, and you kind of fumbled it on the goal line. You Leon-letted it. You had it walking into the end zone, and instead you sat there and showboated and held it out on the back end.
Right. DM FTR. Would it be like DG FTR?
Well, no, run DM FTR.
I got too literal.
I'm the king of first. There is none higher. Sugar MCs will call me sir.
Yeah. We need a Hook versus Christian feud. Thoughts? That's a tough one for me just because we haven't got a lot out of Hook in a year. 2 years ago, everybody was like, give him Wrestler of the Year because he won 2 matches. And now nobody really talks about Hook.
Yeah, but how are you going to bring up, your daddy when your daddy's sitting there on commentary? Like, doesn't Butterball Taz then sit there and fucking show up and Kata Hajime, Christian here? We're going to get with Nick Wayne and Christian taking on Taz and Hook.
Right. Maybe that is the answer, though. Right. He's like, listen, I know your dad's sitting right there, but I'm a much better dad.
Unlike your dad, I can actually touch my neck.
Oh, wow. Oh, set it up.
Oh, Jacob caught him.
That looked a little.
Oh,
Jacob, handspring on the legs. Riddle in the pains.
That's the thing, though, with a guy like Jacob is you don't expect a guy that big to be able to move the way he does.
No, not at all. I mean, again, athletic as fuck. The Samoans are amazing. Throughout the years, the big men that could throw weight and jump around and run around, when you see like big men like that aren't supposed to move in that way, but it's just they make big, agile human beings over in Samoa.
What is a statement that's been said far too much in WWE of the Samoans are amazing.
Curvin, why WWE never do another Evolution all women's pay-per-view? Good question. Probably because the first one wasn't that successful.
Yeah, y'all can't act like you want it now when you had it before and didn't want it.
Yeah, I mean, again, you got to support it when it happens. I'm not saying, and again, now that Triple H is so involved again, and you know he's very inclined to push the women's wrestling, it is possible. But I think Vince looks at numbers and goes, "All right, we barely sold any pay-per-views. We gave you a chance, ladies."
It could happen under the Triple H era, but I think it's more of a thing of we're going global. We're putting the world back in world wrestling entertainment than the women into world wrestling entertainment. Respectfully.
Right. What wrestling company is impressing you at the moment in general? I mean, I'm super impressed with the WWE and what they're doing. I'm very impressed with TNA and what Scott D'Amore has been able to buzz about the relaunch of TNA. Wrestling Revolver's been outstanding. They don't give us a bad show.
I was going to say outside of the top two, the top three, Wrestling Revolver would be my choice because now we're getting Elijah instead of Ezekiel or Elias. You know, we're getting biblical out here with Wrestling Revolver with Elijah, and they've already had Swerve on there. It's on. Sammy runs the joint over there. Wrestling Revolver has really kind of been a bright spot outside of the couple like big two, big three.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I mean, House of Glory, it's done well, and they put on good shows, but they kind of got lost by leaving Triller or whatever the fuck it is. Fight. They leave Fight, and it hasn't been the best. And they're doing like Thursday and Wednesday shows, so it's hard to kind of get your hands on it. And again, of course, I mean, we just saw Wrestle Kingdom 18. New Japan's definitely doing their thing. So yeah, I think we're impressed with a lot of the wrestling. That's why we really cheering on AEW to figure their shit out.
Right. As both men down now, if they were just trading chops, head kicks, head butts, like I like that a bit with the chop spot of rather than it's just chop back and forth. You have Riddle throws a head kick, Jacob hits him with a head butt. We get a little bit of that, just that dirty fighting a bit.
Bro, ooze, bro. Ooze, bro, ooze.
The only way that this would have been better is if Riddle came up laughing like Taker did when he sat there and was just going at Brock.
Right. You know, Rikishi actually got shot once. Yes, in the belly. He had that scar.
He did it for The Rock.
Are you excited for Christian? No, not at the fuck at all. No. You got to stop booking Jericho in title matches. Jericho needs to go the fuck away and let Ricky and Bill have good tag team matches.
There is not a thing involving the names Chris or Jericho, I feel, that I am excited for. Not his crews. Not, I will not be excited for Jericho. Damian, I am. Not here, not by sea or by land.
The moonsault into the triangle. Riddle almost took a Samoan head right to the early birds. But yeah,
it was
back into the triangle.
Power bomb, and he goes right back into it.
Yeah. Yes, I was there. I mean, a live show's fun to go to. I mean, it's too bad it couldn't have been a better one for you, Keyshawn. I hope you had fun nonetheless.
Without going to Money in the Bank, so
what? Yeah. Battle of the Belts, January 13th. Yeah, it's not getting watched, guys. Why would they put Battle of the Belts on the 13th? There's so much other shit going on that night. Yeah, we will not be paying attention to Battle of the Belts. I mean, again, if it maybe works out, we can peek at it, but I honestly can't tell you. We will be watching Impact. Or TNA. We will be watching fucking New Japan. Like, you got your own talent are going to be on a Battle in the Valley on the 13th, and you're going to do Battle of the Belts, which has never been any good.
As Riddle's now scratching he's and he instantly taps out, and I like that.
Riddle!
And he instantly gets like the crucifix choke and Riddle! Taps out Jacob Fatu.
Tappy.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
Because they're bringing him back to be champ. They're bringing him back.
No. I'm saying I'm not saying with that. I'm saying with Tony booking Battle of the Belts that same weekend and everything.
I don't like it.
It makes no sense here. But granted, I do like that pro wrestling's at a state to where now we have to pick and choose
Yeah.
of what we want to focus on. Because think about it. That same night, we've got Impact Hard to Kill. We've got New Japan Battle of the Belt or Battle of the Valley.
Yep.
We've got Collision. We've got Battle of the Belts with AEW as well. 4 wrestling shows. We've got to pick and choose what to watch, what to pay attention to.
Yeah. And you know what kills me is we have all those shows on a Saturday and nothing on the next day on the Sunday. Like, can somebody just move over to the Sunday, please?
Hey, I'd like to rest, so you can
Yeah,
have
no
that.
shit.
I'll take 7
Yeah,
shows on a
right?
Versus with having no shows
We're getting
on
the
a
sign of
Sunday.
respect. But yeah, you know, even God rested on the 7th day. Why can't we?
Right. So right now we know Riddle's allowed at the cookout as long as he brings that sticky icky.
Dun, dun.
So,
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. MLW going off the air. Collision is done. I give MLW credit. Short, sweet, you know, some fun stuff in there, but it didn't go for 4 hours. I love them right now. Big fan of what I just got.
well, has Matt Riddle officially signed with MLW is a question I ask.
I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that is yet, but it sounds like he's going to hang around and do some bookings with them.
I was going to say, they end it with Matt Riddle is back in MLW. So,
yeah, there you go. So, and I think they'll bill him as a top guy. He'll take on the Canes of the world. Yeah, let's go.
The Bauer taketh away, the Bauer giveth, I guess.
I'm surprised returns at I guess, surprise returns at TNA Hard to Kill, Bobby Roode, RVD, Velvet Sky. With the way this is launching, Nick, I know Scott's teased some stuff, but I could see some of the alum around the show for sure.
Absolutely. Well, still the question remains, who's the biggest signee in Impact history that they could have there? Is it Hammerstone and we just didn't announce that he's the signee, much like how we still had the announcement going into the preview show, even though it might have already been that Money in the Bank was in Toronto.
Yeah.
Is it Mercedes? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Who else could it be? If Bobby Roode comes back to TNA?
Even if it's for one night only, right? Like, I think if those doors are open and you got Bobby Roode doing nothing or Abyss in your back, you know, hey, you know, me and Roode and you know, fucking Rockstar Spud are going to go do a spot, you know, with Impact. I don't think anyone's going to hold them back from that.
Right.
You know, I'd be happy to get some Abyss running around.
That's what you trade that for. You will give you this for a night, and you give us Trinity and Mickey for a night.
Yeah. Right. Too much wrestling, people can burn out. It's true. Trust me, we've done it. We have done it. And that's why, again, we got to be a little selective. We weren't here for, you know, Wrestle Kingdom 18 because, you know, we got to work and sleep and do all that other fun stuff.
It was 4 a.m.
But we will do others in the wee hours of the morning.
I was going to say, welcome to Elimination Chamber. And instead of brunch with the boys, wake and bake with the boys.
Right. How much of a pay cut you think Riddle took, or they just used settlement money? I think there was a substantial pay cut. Like, again, there's no realm. When you've already made your money, that's when you can see guys take those bookings of like, yeah, give me whatever. I just want to wrestle.
I'll say this and read between the lines. He might have taken a cushy signing bonus here to get him to sign there. Liv Morgan might be jealous of the cushy signing bonus that Matt Riddle might have gotten there. I'll say that.
Right. Rumor has it Griff Garrison is running circles around Adam still.
No, because he lost the match. So did you watch the thing?
Yeah. No, and I know the AEW marks are gonna be like, that was fucking great. Like, Griff is awesome. Like, no, we've seen Griff once.
He's Jungle Boy, Stun Boy.
Right.
He's the fucking Ric Flair casting. If you casted Jungle Boy in a movie about the brawl in instead of the brawl out situation.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a real match for next week. Battle of the Belts, the tag champs, and apparently it's a street fight, a tag team street fight. And again, Jericho sucks. Jericho being in a street fight is not good. You got this big giant man and Ricky Starks, who looks like a prime athlete, taking on an old flabby guy and a little kid. Great. Fucking great. Sign me up. Nah, we'll be watching New Japan. Sorry.
I was gonna say a man who looks more leathery than your grandfather's wallet from fucking World War II.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, I mean, I guess you know what Jericho says. Let's make it a street fight, so what we can fight in the parking lot, and I don't have to get booed by the fans.
So we can tape it, so they can just boo the video instead of me hearing the boos.
They booed tonight when his name came up. A couple people in the chat pointed it out.
That's the thing is, respectfully, whatever happened, we don't know enough about it, and I don't want to comment on that. But at least the perception is out there. So you do have to at least acknowledge the perception. You do at least, as a business owner, have to acknowledge of what's being said about your company. Now, granted, we've said Tony can't respond to all the trolls. Don't respond to guy that has, the egg fucking profile picture and has more numbers than a phone number after his Twitter name. But this is public knowledge or discussion right now.
Yes. No, I agree with that. And I mean, we've seen other sports and other companies and other places, like where you're like, hey, you gotta take a seat on the bench until we can, work through this. And, if you're gonna have this big old investigation for Punk running around punching people, then there probably should be an investigation for these type of accusations. And again, they're not just, you and I didn't go to Twitter and make this up and throw it out there the way like, Ringside News and shit does.
Right.
It was put out there by somebody that's reporting on things. So, and other people
it's Houseman, so debatable, but still.
Well, yeah, a little bit. Fair enough. But we will take a rating out of 10 on the show. And again, at the end of the day, Collision was good tonight. I was being sarcastic. I assume you were. Absolutely.
Well, that's the one great thing about text is it doesn't convey emotion. So we have to take it at a bit of times at face value.
Yeah, sometimes.
Collision was good. Out of the two, what the hell noise was that? Out of the two, which show did you prefer, Collision or MLW? Then again, to me, I could take bits and pieces out of both.
Yeah, I think slight nod to Collision, to be honest, just because I thought the main event was good, not great on MLW. The death match was insane. You had everybody bleeding everywhere. There was a couple things in there I could have done without. I think overall, I give the thumbs up. Slight edge to Collision tonight. That main event was awesome.
It's a close contest. I think the Beretta at a Kingston match was great. I think the main event between FTR and I honestly think potentially the Eddie Kingston Beretta match might be better than the tag match that we got, but they're both very comparable. Fantastic for those two matches. I maybe might give a slight nod to MLW just in the sense of they had maybe not as high of high matches, but more consistent matches, more things that I was focusing on. But neither was a bad show. What do you want to give ratings?
Shit. I kind of want to give like 7s for everything. Fuck it. It's been a 7 type of week.
Lucky 7s. Everybody gets 7s.
Yeah.
7s all around.
I just think the two biggest matches I was looking forward to for MLW fell a little short for me. I mean, the Kane match was a little all over the place. And the main event was kind of like, I'm going to show up for 5 minutes and put Riddle over. That's what it kind of felt like to me. Your point. Eddie Kingston and Trent Beretta tore it down. The House of Black FTR tore it down. Julia, I keep wanting to call her Julia. Sky Blue's match was pretty solid overall. So yeah, slight edge. I think I'd give MLW.
No. I'm coming back around to your side. I still think 7s across the board, but yeah. I think Eddie Kingston versus Trent Beretta was a match we weren't expecting to be great and fucking blew the doors down. We expected House of Black versus FTR to be good, and thankfully it lived up to what it was supposed to be. Yeah. Eddie versus Beretta, match of the night for me across both shows.
That's fair. I'm with you on that. I thought it was quality. And I think that, yeah, you know what? I might bellyache about little things like why the fuck is Daniel Garcia here? But at the end of the day,
Why is Sting taking on the Workhorseman?
yeah, like and going for fucking 12 minutes. The same thing with Edge. Edge and Griff was a pretty good match. It was a pretty good match. If you watch it just as a match, you're like, this is pretty good. But as a wrestling fan that watches the shows, the match didn't make much sense because Edge should dust this kid and look like a badass as he's still pissed off at Christian.
Right.
MLW seems like the type of company to grow their own facts. How was Wrestle Kingdom's second night? That was I didn't see it, but technically wasn't their second night, but they did a second show kind of idea.
Well, when you're in the US, it's more like third morning instead of second night. But yeah, I haven't watched that, respectfully. Yeah. Sometimes there's just too much wrestling.
That's it. I mean, it's hard to watch it all. Wrestle Kingdom 18 did what it was supposed to do. Same thing 17 did. It had a lot of bangers in it. It's a long night, though. I mean, especially when it starts at 3 in the morning. But they had a lot of really good matches. Sorry?
We got Zigglypuff.
We got Ziggler. And Ziggler will be at Battle in the Valley. So, giddy up.
Right. So we might have Matt Riddle signed to MLW and Dolph Ziggler signed to New Japan here.
Funny world, right? And then you never know. Like, Matt Riddle next weekend needs a mystery partner. Could it be a former WWE guy that's going to help him out? Could it be a Ziggler? Could it be Elias? Maybe Boogs but Boogs doesn't want to wrestle anymore.
Yeah, Boogs said he's done. He's got to do just more Old Spice commercials.
Right? He's like, fuck wrestling. I didn't like it.
He's going to be he's going to go on tour with Jack Black and all of that.
I enjoy MLW sometimes more than others. Yeah, I mean, again, I think with all these companies where we talk about New Japan, Wrestling Revolver, GCW, again, it's not locked in. And I think that was where we get mad at some fans out there is they're so locked in that their favorite show is the best show of the week every week, no matter what. And that's not the case. I mean, it fluctuates. This week, Raw was better than SmackDown. That's just the way it was.
I was going to say, I've championed NXT, and I'll admit at times when it kind of takes an L.
Yeah, no kidding, right? You got to. So, right. Yeah, no, that's the way it's supposed to be. Sometimes you turn on MLW or, Wrestling Revolver, and they tear it down, and you're like, okay, this was definitely better than the other companies. Thank you for that.
Facts.
All right, I think we're pretty...
I was just about to say, well, speaking of being better than other people, 100%, we are better than any other wrestling YouTube creator out there. I'll say it. I'll go on the record saying it. Ooh. So make sure you be a friend, tell a friend, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We're still under 2 years and still clicking faster than Karrion Kross's Sandal out there with the AOP and everything like that. So 100% moving on a pace that can't be beat, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. So 100% hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Be a friend, tell a friend.
That's it, folks. We're back on Monday, and we're here all week long, right through into Hard to Kill and Battle in the Valley, plus a whole lot of other coverage. Do not go anywhere. Make sure you're a part of all the fun. Click all our links below. Be a part of the family. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope everyone is doing well.
Absolutely. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. You're throwing me off now because you're mouthing it like you mouthing it.
I like it.
I'm gonna have to start doing it. Like I'll just say the words, like just cover my mouth, and you just do it. Right. But our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, but put that for life with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Come back next time. Good night.